Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the AM show on Joy News. It's a terrific Tuesday morning. We're glad to have you. Well, on our news review today, a lot of matters are rising, okay? First, we begin with the growing concerns over power stability, of course, as authorities investigate a fire outbreak at a critical power installation. Energy Minister John Abdulai Jinapor says both technical and criminal probes are underway. But what really caused it, and what should Ghanaians be worried about? The reliability of the system. Is the reliability of the system problematic? That's what Ghanaians are worried about. So we'll be asking that question. Then a question that caught national attention. Why did the Chief of Staff weep? And that has the church truly been appeased? Has the church really truly been appeased? We'll delve into that. Security concerns are also back in sharp focus, of course, following a deadly attack on a military-escorted civilian convoy in Binduri in the Upper East region. With lives lost along the Boko-Bolgatanga route, are we any closer to restoring calm? We hear that about 10 people have died following that incident, and so we'll discuss that here on the News Review. And on the economic front, the rejection of the Ghana coins is still stirring frustration among traders. Market women warn it is quietly driving up prices, but is this a minor inconvenience or a growing cost of living concern? We'll discuss that issue on our news review. But joining us to unpack all these issues this morning, we are having Awal Mohammed. He's member of the NPP Communications Directorate. We'll also be joined by Bernard Tutubuahin. He's lecturer in political marketing at the University of Education, Winneba. We'll also be joined by Hobson Adoye. He's Director of Field Operations for the United Party. And of course, Wanda Madilo, he's Development Analyst and member of the NDC Communications team. Well, before the news review, I will bring you the latest in the world of news, the news updates right after the break. But before we go, I'm excited today. Why? Because today, Samuel Kojo Brezi, a Hunter Pele face of a Hunter, the real Hunter Pele, okay, no, like make no mistake, still looking sharp and asking tough questions. He's hitting the 4th floor today. Happy 40th birthday to you, Samuel Kojo Brezi. You can't miss this. He'll be on the show later today. And so, yes, we'll celebrate him. Celebrate him really huge. And so, my name is Denise Yapoma. It's an absolute delight to welcome you to the AM show. Stay with us. I will bring you the AM news right after this. Welcome aboard, everyone. Welcome back. This is AM News. In our very first story, the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Jinapor, says almost 200 new transformers have been deployed across the country, with 140 expected to be deployed this week as part of a wider initiative to upgrade and replace some 2,500 obsolete units. Speaking at the Government Accountability Series at the Presidency on Monday, he said that the new installations are higher capacity systems, replacing the commonly used 20 kVA transformers with more robust 30 kVA and above units to better meet growing electricity demand.
In years of underinvestment. In about 10 years, our demand has doubled In fact, when you look at the record, it has more than doubled. What it means is that we have to increasingly invest in the sector. But due to underinvestment over the years, this has resulted in overloads, low voltages, and recurring outages. Government is addressing this issue head-on by implementing a nationwide transformer upgrade and replacement program. As an immediate intervention, this month alone, we have installed almost 200 transformers, and we have the list with Roxanne. He will make that available to you. In Tamale, on the day of the incident, I personally visited Tamale, and we have the list of all the areas that these transformers have been installed. This week, we intend to deploy another 140 of these transformers. In all, we seek to deploy 2,500 transformers to improve supply reliability and improve the voltages as well. To improve these voltages, high capacity transformers are being deployed at key primary supply stations. Already, we have done Adenta, and that can be verified. We've done Lashibi, that can be verified. Yesterday, we did Teshinungwa, that can be verified. Within this week, by close of week, we will move to Kumasi to tackle the Ridge primary substation. These are big, big transformers. And we are moving away from the 20 kVAs to about 30 kVAs and above. And that tells you that we are really investing in the sector. But it takes a bit of time to realize the benefits of all the investments we are making. The Ghana Grid Company is also preparing to commence critical transmission reinforcement works in Kumasi in June. And what we've decided is that we should allow the World Cup to pass. After that, we'll zoom in to do the transmission works. We're also working on some distribution lines, and Avensis will move to Kumasi this very week to commence work on the distribution lines.
Well, the Minerals Commission is escalating its crackdown on Adamus Resources Limited, threatening legal action just hours after the company's mining lease was revoked by the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. The latest move follows damning findings from an investigation by the Commission, which uncovered what it describes as widespread violations of Ghana's mining laws and extensive environmental damage within the company's concession. Fatal Bayaga has more in the following report.
The Minerals Commission is firing back at Adamus Resources Limited, describing their mining activities as illegal. In fact, the Commission says that some of their activities are done in clear contravention of the necessary minerals and mining laws. Isaac Tando is the Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission.
The findings disclosed systematic and flagrant violation of Ghana's mining laws, prompting the Commission to recommend the revocation of the company's mining leases and the prosecution of the company and its directors under the Minerals and Mining Amendment Act 2019, Act 995.
He also stressed that the decision taken by the government to revoke the mining lease of the company is done in the interest of the nation and not influenced by politics.
This decision was neither arbitrary nor politically motivated. It was a lawful evidence-based action. It was lawful evidence-based action taken to protect Ghana's natural resources, environment, and public interest.
He also indicated that the Commission is working closely with the Attorney General's Department to ensure that owners or operators of this company face prosecution.
These revocations are without prejudice to criminal charges against Adamus Resources and its directors under the Act 995. The Commission will work with the AG to prosecute these perpetrators.
On the issue of jobs, Mr. Tando says the Minerals Commission is working hard to ensure that lawful jobs are protected.
We work very closely with Ghana Mine Workers Union and anybody who is undertaking this job to ensure that people are treated fairly and are paid what is due them.
Responding to calls over the deployment of some military officers to the Adamus Resources Limited premises, the Chief Executive Officer clarified that the officers were deployed there to maintain law and order.
Criminals can take advantage, illegal miners can take advantage, so it's is purposely to maintain law and order and ensure that there is smooth operations of the mine. So, yes, I mean, we have military there, but they are to maintain law and order and ensure that the mine continue to work.
Reporting for Joy News from the Minerals Commission headquarters here in Accra, I'm Fatal Bayaga.
And from the Minerals Commission, the Ghana Armed Forces has confirmed that an escort convoy protecting about 140 civilians came under attack in Binduri. According to the military, the convoy traveling from Boku to Bolgatanga was fired upon multiple times by unknown assailants. 3 of the civilians being escorted were killed in the attack, while 1 other sustained injuries. The military says it successfully repelled the assault, killing 7 of the attackers in the process. During a subsequent pursuit operation, personnel retrieved G3 automatic rifle, 2 fully loaded magazines containing 20 rounds each, and an additional 176 rounds of ammunition from a suspect. 10 other suspects have been arrested and are currently assisting with investigations. Now, the chairman of Parliament's Sanitation and Water Resources Committee, John Abdulai, has warned contractors working under the Big Push initiative to avoid damaging water pipelines, cautioning that such actions could disrupt water supply to communities in the central region. Speaking during a monitoring visit to selected assemblies in the region where concerns were raised about road construction interfering with pipelines, he stressed that the committee will engage the Ministry of Roads and Highways to develop urgent and coordinated solutions to address the situation.
For the first phase of the tour, the committee visited 4 municipal and metropolitan assemblies where key challenges affecting sanitation and water supply in these areas were highlighted. Speaking on sanitation, the chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Sanitation and Water Resources, John Abdulai, criticized the inadequate number of environmental officers across the assemblies and called out Zoom Lion Company Limited for failing to meet its contractual obligations.
There's lack of staff at the various MMDAs. So we want to use this opportunity to call on government and all the stakeholders to get involved. Because about 5 years now, environmental health graduates are not being posted. Most of them, they have association, they petition the committee. So we think that the country cannot continue to suffer when we have unemployed young graduates sitting at home.
Almost everywhere we went, the services Zoom Lion is rendering is disinfection. And most of the places the work is not being done at all. Meanwhile, the money is being deducted at source. Currently, last year, the evidence that was shown us by the assemblies we visited so far, first, second, third quarters last year were all the data. It's about 100 and something thousand Ghana cedis per quarter. And that is a lot of money. If you calculate that per year, multiply by the number of assemblies, MMDAs we have. It's a lot. Meanwhile, we have issues with water. People can't get potable drinking water. Today, water is a necessity. Water is a right. Our constitution, it is a right for every government to provide the people with potable drinking water. So we cannot keep wasting and throwing money away on unnecessary issues when there are challenges with water. So I think that the committee will further move into the issue, will go deep into the matter and get all our facts. That's why you are with us.
On water supply, the chairman underscored its importance and assured that the committee will engage the Roads Ministry to ensure that ongoing road construction does not disrupt water supply in the central region.
We want to call on the Roads Minister to meet all the road contractors and put that and remind them so that if it becomes critical, money should be deducted from the IPCC before the IPCs are paid. If a contractor breaks down pipes in any part of the country, the report should be sent to the ministry to ensure that those monies are deducted from the IPC before they are paid. So at the end of the day, Ghana Water and Community Water can be reimbursed to be able to repair those pipes.
The committee maintains that the tour is part of government's ongoing efforts to improve sanitation and water delivery nationwide, with outcomes expected to shape practical interventions and ensure better services for communities across the central region. From the central region, Abigail Lisol Nkoma reports for Joy News.
Well, the Volta and Oti community in the Upper West region with the Ewe Habobo has outdoored a new chief, Togbe Mauto Kuju Pojime Afako, in a colorful cultural ceremony. He's the 10th chief in 60 years and pledged to lead with honesty, unity and respect for tradition. John News' Rafiq Salam reports the event drew elders and community members, highlighting strong cultural ties in the region.
The atmosphere was filled with excitement and merrymaking, with attendees adorned in traditional costumes treated to avid drumming, singing, and an energetic performance of the popular Bobobo dance. Speaking in an interview ahead of the ceremony, Togbe Mauto Kujo Pojime Afako, who becomes the 10th chief to lead the community in its over 60-year history in the region, expressed surprise at his selection.
Growing up, my father was somebody who brought the Ewes together and then made sure that the Ewes had some kind of unity. And it never dawned on my father himself to become a chief before until he passed on. So for me, being the chief is actually a surprise. But I thank God, because God ordains and he does things in his own way.
Detailing his immediate priorities, the new chief emphasized unity and cultural preservation among the diverse group, which has around 35 to 40 different languages.
We have a great number of Ewes in the Upper West region, but unfortunately many of them do not come close to us. But we do everything possible together with the Ewe Bobo to make sure that we bring all our compatriots closer and together, so that we were to bring unity and love among ourselves, and also help in the development of the Upper West region, precisely why.
Shedding light on the historical significance of the installation in a separate interview, chairman of the Ever Union in Wa, James Phillips Kojo, explained that the community had been without a substantive chief for 11 years. He detailed that following the passing of the previous chief, they had relied on an acting chief, Togbe Thompson Franklin Koku, whose subsequent transfer out of the region created a leadership vacuum that this ceremony finally fills.
After the demise of the last chief we had, with the help of Dr. Luchu, then he assisted us to elect one Thompson Koku to lead us. Now I'm the assistant to him. Before, unfortunately, he was in God's work. He was a catechist too, so he was then transferred. There he relinquished his position.
Mr. Kojo used the occasion to issue a personal plea to all Ewes residing in the Upper West region to actively participate in the union's activities, noting that some community members have shied away from their situation.
No one can exist alone in that vacuum. Wherever you are, you cannot isolate yourself. You have to mingle with the people, come together with your people. So I urge those now coming in and those who are already here, whom we have been calling, but they look as if the messages are falling on deaf ears. No, we are appealing to them that they should also come up so that we recognize each other and then do things in common.
During his swearing-in, Togbe Afako pledged to serve his people with honesty, humility, wisdom, and love.
To my people, I want you to know that leadership is service. I have not come to rule over you or to lord over you, but to work with you, listen to you, and serve the interests of all.
He urges people whom he described as being in economic exile to actively invest in the peace and development of their host region, while also remembering to build their communities back home.
I pledge to lead with wisdom, fairness, and unity, to uphold the values that define us as a people. My doors shall always be open to everyone, regardless of age, tribe, religion, or status in society. I'll promote peace, love, and development among our people. Let us put aside division and work hard and work hand in hand for the progress of our society here.
Delivering a good message, head pastor of Faith Foundation Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Timothy Sedu, advised the chief to let his heart be led by God to fulfill his pleasure.
You should know that your heart is in the hand of the Lord. If you have desires to do right, He will move your heart to do right.
Member of Parliament for Wa Central and Minister for Labour, Employment and Jobs, Dr. Rashid Hassan Pilipu, praised the Ever community for their exemplary and peaceful coexistence in the region.
We have known him for all these years. The Ever community has been a very peaceful community, and we hope that there will be an exemplary community for the rest of the communities that are living here.
Reporting for J News, Rafik Salam. Wow.
Let's do business now. Of the 23 universal banks in Ghana, the 9 domestic banks held almost 40% of the assets. The 14 foreign banks operate as subsidiaries of Pan-African and non-Pan-African foreign banks. More in the following report.
According to a report by the International Monetary Fund Technical Assistance Mission, Ghana's financial system is predominantly bank-based. As of end of 2024, the banking sector assets accounted for over 3/4 of total financial sector assets, followed by pensions with 16% and securities and insurance each with about 4%. Within banking, the report said more than 90% of assets were held by universal banks, with the remainder in specialized deposit-taking institutions such as savings and loans companies and rural community banks. The report added that the banking sector has been gradually recovering over the past year, but non-performing loans and sovereign exposures remain high. The report said following the 2022 domestic debt exchange program, banks incurred significant losses on domestic government bond holdings, which weakened their capital positions. Despite some improvements, the report added that the private sector non-performing loans ratio remains elevated at 20.8%, and banks continue to be highly exposed to domestic sovereign.
Also, business associations are demanding a load-shedding timetable to help them plan their operations due to the recent power outages. Speaking to Joy Business, the chief executive of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mark Bedu-Abuaje, appealed to the Minister of Energy and Green Transition to publish a timetable to help businesses plan.
I think for now, we need to go through a difficult situation, but I would have preferred, or the business community would have preferred, that looking at what is going on, if the Ministry of Energy and ECG, if they are aware, that's going to take at least additional 2 weeks, then I will ask for a timetable. There's nothing wrong giving us a timetable that within these days, this time and this period, your light to go off. So if you're a business person, then you can prepare and look for alternatives. You don't have to play politics with this. Timetable guides you on when the light will go off and what you have to do. And for me, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you continue to just behave the way we are doing unannounced and it goes off, it comes, sometimes within a day, you can have about 3 or 4 outages. And it's spoiling and destroying a lot of machines.
Well, that's it for business. That's it for AM News. But don't forget that the AM show is sponsored by Shield Silicone Paint from Azar Group, Syntex Pipes, and also Time Herbal Mixture. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we enjoy today's moment, remember to keep your body refreshed and your energy right with Fresh Drops Still Natural Mineral Water. Fresh Drop Still Natural Mineral Water is not just any water. It's mineral rich and it keeps you going. So whether you're dancing, cheering, or enjoying the very simple moment, remember to keep your body refreshed with Fresh Drop Still Natural Mineral Water. It's available in 500 ml, 20-liter jars, and also sachets. Now, for you to contact Fresh Drops Mineral Water, they have their contacts. Of course, it's not just any water. It keeps you going. So please get yourself a bottle of Fresh Drops Still Natural Mineral Water. Their number is 055-2250-290. 055-2250-290. And get yourself Fresh Drop Still Natural Mineral Water. And that's it for the AM News. My name is Denise Apomaide. Up next is sports. Do enjoy the rest of the show.
The sea is coming closer.
The sea was far from us. It's not this near like the way it is now.
We are losing land. Inosu, Teshi, La, Labadi, Nungwa, homes are disappearing, walls collapsing, families displaced, history wiped away.
Not just Christian Boncaster, but several areas along the coast are vulnerable.
Rising tides, relentless erosion, a coastline under siege.
The government needs to come and help as far as the sea defense is concerned.
When the sea comes home, a Joy News feature series.
We bring you sports now on the AM show with me, Muftau Nabila Abla. We are 44 days away from the FIFA World Cup. And have you secured your slots yet to experience the global tournament that will be happening in the USA, Mexico, and Canada? What are you waiting for? Walk to Latina Travel and Tour at Alisa Hotel and secure your package to be part of Team Ghana that will be watching the Black Stars line up against Panama, England, and Croatia. These matches are happening on June 17, June 23, and June 27. You can get in touch with Latina on 0244-260-789 or walk to their office at Alisa Hotel and they will take you through all the processes that you need to be able to secure your slot. If you buy a package, it comes with a visa application process, your flight ticket, match tickets to watch the various matches, and also your internal shuttle, as well as your accommodation and a return flight ticket to the country. There's also a business networking opportunity that has been created by Latina Travel and Tour. Walk to their offices right now and secure your slot. In fact, the dates available for interviews are beginning to get scarce because we're getting closer to the tournament and the numbers requesting for visas have also increased. So if you don't do that now, you risk missing out. And also, if you are a client or if you want to satisfy a customer, if you want to satisfy your staff, you need to get in touch with the only FIFA authorized agency that has been given the opportunity to sell match tickets in this country. Match Hospitality Experience, they have secured a small batch of match tickets for the FIFA World Cup semi-final and final. The semi-final matches will be happening on July 14 and 15, and the final will be happening on July 19. So you can get in touch with March Hospitality Experience and secure the tickets to watch the FIFA World Cup at the semi-final and the final stage. You can call them on 055-155-11119, 055-155-11119, or you can also get in touch with them at sales@marchexphospitality.com, sales@marchexphospitality.com, or visit our website, which is www.marchexphospitality.com, and secure the tickets to experience the FIFA World Cup at the semi-final and the final stages. Now let's bring on our stories. The head coach of the Black Stars, he has a message for Ghanaian players. Carlos Queiroz says that players who will be called up to the senior national team will be influenced by the quality they've got and what they can contribute to the national team.
We have a couple of training sessions with the top players and one game, and it will be the most easy way for me to make an observation related with the potential players from Ghana that can be in the finals. So this was one way to create and implement a fair opportunity and the right opportunity also for the local players. After that game, I split the staff in two groups. There is one group of the staff that stay in Accra, and there is a group of members of the staff that will operate abroad. And here, we're going to try to gather all the information to make the final decision.
Now, the former agent of Mohamed Kudus, Jennifer, has alleged that family pressure forced Mohamed Kudus to cut ties with her. Speaking in a podcast, she says that Mohamed Kudus could have gotten a better club to play in if he had decided to stay with her under her management.
We're coming to the end of our term. He never terminated his contract with me. We were coming to the end of our term, and so, as we always do, we asked ourselves, what do we do? Do we continue on our path together or not? And I understood perfectly that his family was exerting pressure to get him to say no, and he submitted to it. And honestly, it's a shame, Mouse, but if you want to know, Mouse, the players, wanted to eat. In fact, his family wanted to eat more money. Players only have one career. I'll be able to meet soft shots for another 30 years if I want to. And of course, there aren't exceptional talents on every street corner. But what I mean is that he's the one who's being punished the most in this story. I made all these transfers until the last one, well, apart from the last one, until he chooses his team. Whoa, they're flirting with relegation to the championship. It's the first time that's happened to him. Well, sorry, but you punished yourself. Actually, it's the guy. Exactly. No, it's a shame, but that's life. It's, yes, but if you want, but I'm not going to risk being reported, tracked, and handcuffed when I leave a stadium because I sent money to Pierre, Paul, or Jacques in Ghana. So we don't have the right to do that. How do people need to understand that? If you want to be paid like agents, paid. Get your agent's license. Paid. Work for the player. Paid. Negotiate his contracts. FIFA organizes the exam and go for it, and there won't be any problem. And I can't do that, in fact, and especially I don't want to do it because we're going to get into a mess if tomorrow you tell me, okay, you're going to keep working with my son, my brother, and so on, but I want 10% of your commission, and I'll say yes, but tomorrow there's an agent who's going to offer you 15, and then you're going to sign with him, and then there's going to be a third one who's going to offer you 18. So actually, you can't think like that. It's not even a guarantee of paying the families these days, so you might as well not do it. You're getting yourself into more trouble than you're benefiting.
Dominic Frimpong, the Brekum Chelsea player, who was killed during a robbery incident that took place after a Ghana Premier League game they had. against Samatex in the Ghana Premier League. His funeral rites will be happening on Wednesday, April 29. Per the club, his former club, which is the Diana Stars, and the Ghana Football Association. The football governing body in a statement says that the funeral arrangements for the late Dominic Frimpong, a talented footballer who featured for Brecum, Chelsea and Aduana FC, has been announced. They go on to say that the funeral rites for the youngster will be held on Wednesday, April 29 at Esin Dansame in the Central Region. The Football Association extends its full support to the bereaved family during this difficult period of profound grief and loss. In honor of Dominic Frimpong's life and contribution to Ghana football, the GFA will be heavily represented at the ceremony. Members of the Executive Council, Central Region Football Association, officials and key stakeholders within the football fraternity will join family members, teammates and representatives from the Chelsea and Aduana FC to pay their last respects to the departed player. Dominic Frimpong's untimely passing has deeply saddened the entire football community. He lost his life following an attack by armed men while Brecum Chelsea were returning to Brecum after their Ghana Premier League fixture against Samatex. The Ghana Football Association reiterates its commitment to working with relevant authorities and stakeholders to ensure enhanced security measures for clubs and players across all competitions. That is a statement from the Ghana Football Association in relation to the funeral rites of Dominic Frimpong. That will be happening on Wednesday, April 29. Now to the UEFA Champions League. Later tonight, Joy Sports, we are going to be at Electoral Head Office at Ring Road. That's why we'll be bringing you commentary of the semi-final fixture between PSG and Bayern Munich. Let's have a look at that on our screens as we take you to Electoral Land Office later tonight for the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. And also appreciate TCL. They have made it possible for us to bring you this TCL as well as Star Oil. We also have Didi, Twisco, Soccerbird, University, Associate University, Ayuda, Franco, DSTV, as well as TCL, as I mentioned, and also Petroleum Authority, National Petroleum Authority. They've all made it possible for us to bring you this year's edition of the Rep Your Jersey. It's a build-up to a Rep of Jersey, which is happening on May 30. The final of the UEFA Champions League will be happening on that day. And in fact, this year, the Champions League final will be happening at 4 p.m. So you need to join us at Electoral later tonight. The second leg, also, we are going to be there. In fact, on Wednesday as well, we are still going to be there to bring you the fixture between Atletico Madrid and Arsenal as well. So all the fixtures that will happen in the UEFA Champions League semi-final as part of our build-up to a Rep Your Jersey happening on May 30. Everything will be happening at Electoral Ring Road. So join us, Joy Sports. Every single member of the Joy Sports team is going to be there for the first leg of the semi-final fixtures of the UEFA Champions League. To the Premier League, we'll bring you highlights of how Manchester United won their game against Brentford by 2-1.
Kobbie Mainoo drives to the edge of the penalty area. Kobbie Mainoo chops back. Brilliant touch. Kobbie Mainoo lays it off. And that, it's wide. How on earth has that been kept out by Brentford? A magical run by the man from Stockport. Short corner taken to Bruno Fernandes, who lifts a right footer into the penalty area. Harry Maguire, brilliant save from Kevin Kelleher. Lifted towards the back post. It's Harry Maguire that's going to meet it. Nods it back across goal. Casemiro! Ninth goal of the Premier League season. Casemiro proving to be inevitable in the penalty area. Damsgaard is up to the edge of the penalty area from the left-hand side. Cuts back onto his right foot as Manchester United look to get there. Brilliant ball into the penalty area. Cut back across goal. And Michael Coyote can't finish it off. Ball over the top and a great run from Igor Thiago, and he's into the penalty area. Brilliant tackle from Aidan Heaven, and an even better save from Senna Lomans. It is committed defending from Manchester United. Fantastic stuff from the youngster and from the goalkeeper. 7 minutes till half-time, whipped in, dangerous one, brilliant save, what a stop! Senna Lomans away to his right-hand side has made a fantastic save from Igor Thiago. Schade dispossessed, Bruno Fernandes, maybe a break on here for Manchester United, has Mbeumo and Šeško with him, Mbeumo up to the edge of the area, Bruno Fernandes gives it to Šeško, Šeško fires home! And Benjamin Šeško into double figures for the Premier League season. Doubles Manchester United's advantage. And now Jensen from distance rattles home into the bottom left-hand corner. And Brentford have a lifeline late in the game. 87 minutes on the clock. Here is the clearance. And there is the final whistle. Manchester United's Champions League hopes take another positive step forward. A 2-1 win over Brentford.
Now we'll wrap up with Anthony Joshua. He's making a return to the ring in July. Following the death of his closest friend when he visited Nigeria, Anthony Joshua had taken a back step from boxing. However, he's making a return. My colleague, Nathaniel Atto, has more in the following report.
This is a very interesting pairing for those of us who are interested in boxing history and the kinds of fight nights or the big blockbuster fight nights that make these stories. Now, you look at an Anthony Joshua and you're looking at his career, what he's been able to achieve, some of the setbacks. And one of the key setbacks being the fact that he was involved in an unfortunate accident, a couple of months ago, which claimed the lives of 2 key members of his team. And you're looking at the psychological effect on him. For many, it's refreshing to note that quality, the kind of quality of heavyweight fights that we're all looking forward to seeing. Of course, when you look at the finances as well, it sure will be one that will set a few records, because definitely we're looking at having it stream on Netflix. We're having it, would have it on pay-per-view terms in certain regions and certain markets. So definitely we're looking at hundreds of millions of dollars. We all do remember that for both fighters, in terms of tax residency, they have taken different options away from the United Kingdom, and that means that now they get to rest their heads a little bit regarding how much tax is going to be taken away from these very big paydays. And in terms of the paydays, we all do know that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a standard, and every other time, every boxer will look forward to those kinds of crazy, staggering amounts. But generally, like I'm saying, this is one that will be a very big piece of entertainment. Now, this is where I have a bit of worry. Considering the stakes in this particular bout, there is a risk of having one party or either party say, you know what, I'm not happy with this or that, I want to take a step back. We all do know that both boxers will have at least a fight each before that time comes. And so a lot we start look at the statistics and who it's favoring, and of course fight styles and what could win the night for either boxer. So this is a very good one for the boxing world, for the sporting world, and for the world of entertainment generally. And we're looking forward to having full firm-ups by the promoters, and then after that we can start talking about the rest of it.
On that note, this is our wrap-up AM Sports here with me, Muftau Nabila Abdulai. Head on to myjoyonline.com for some more sports stories. And also, come to Electoral head office at Ring Road, where we'll bring you the Champions League semi-final commentary between PSG and Bayern Munich. See you there.
Cadbury hot chocolate. Crafted from cocoa, milk, and sugar. Creamy, chocolatey, frothy goodness, rich taste, so satisfying.
Cadbury goodness, the treats you deserve every day.
Guys, do you remember Black Friday last year? The crowd, the excitement, the unbelievable deals. CompuGhana went all out, and you loved every second of it. Well, guess what? On 1st May, we are doing it again for all cherished workers. The vibe, the discount, the savings. That's why we call it May Day Mega Friday. This May, we celebrate you, the best worker, the hustler, the backbone of Ghana, with discount up to 70% off. Yes, you heard it right. CompuGhana is doing it the CompuGhana way. One day only. Do not think, just shop. All products from phones to laptops, printers, TVs, fridges, air conditioners, and everything you need to upgrade your home and hustle. But it's only on 1st May. One day, if you miss it, it's gone. So, rush to any CompuGhana showroom nationwide this Friday or shop online at CompuGhana.com. You can call us on 0302-752020 or WhatsApp 0243-143-143. See you on May Day Mega Friday.
Shield silicone paint repels water, dispels water vapor, is washable, self-cleaning, and durable. Now, you can appreciate how and why Shield silicone paint is super strong and thus able to do what other paints cannot do. Shield silicone paint from Azar Group since 1921.
Now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park.
Welcome to Safari Valley Eco Park.
Our electric shuttle pulled up and in no time our tour began. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the Eco Park. We were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through orientation and how to better enjoy the experience. Watch these animals roam freely in their natural habitat undisturbed by our presence. We saw zebras, sable antelope, brown cranes, mara, silky chicken, nyalas, Shetland ponies, and so many animals I just couldn't keep up. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Then we took a break to have lunch in this serene environment. All this amazing experience for this price for adults, this price for teenagers. It's a bargain. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before dinner by the campfire. It's been a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait till my next visit.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Puma. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the bliss. Oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you. Puma.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Another week is here on the greatest of all time show. My name is Giovanni Clip, and tonight we're bringing you talent. Contestant number 1, let's bring GRIDCo. Let's bring. You didn't for you.
Cut. Oh, there is a leakage.
Where's the plumber? For quality and durability, insist on Syntex pipes.
If you want quality, this be where you belong.
Strong, tough, and reliable. Your perfect match to your trusted Syntex pipe. Syntex pipe, it dey carry water, no wahala. Syntex pipe, it dey make water dey flow. Syntex, strong, tough.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park.
Welcome to Safari Valley Eco Park.
Our electric shuttle pulled up, and in no time, our tour began. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the Eco Park. We were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through orientation and how to better enjoy the experience. Watch these animals roam freely in their natural habitat, undisturbed by our presence. We saw zebras, sable antelope, brown crane, mara, silky chicken, nyalas, Shetland ponies, and so many animals I just couldn't keep up. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Then we took a break to have lunch in this serene environment. All this amazing experience for this price for adults, this price for teenagers. It's a bargain. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before dinner by the campfire. It has been a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait till my next visit.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Shield silicone paint repels water, dispels water vapor, is washable, self-cleaning, and durable. Now, you can appreciate how and why Shield silicone paint is super strong and thus able to do what other paints cannot do. Shield silicone paint from Azar Group since 1921.
Young mothers like Shahadatu Abdulai are on the front lines. The sun produces so much heat that she does not know where to go. she says, pointing to the heat rashes covering a newborn.
The heat is so much. You see, even in the night, we can't sleep in this room unless outside. Even the child cry, he can't sleep in this room. The night, it will heat too much. You see, the way I'm sweating. Some rashes is there. His legs.
The conditions are so grueling that Shahadatu has decided to avoid future pregnancies during the heat season. Nearby, Amina Seyidu and Khadijat Isahaku share similar stories. Their days are spent huddled under trees for shades, and their nights are spent in open yards, only retreating to their rooms at dawn.
The hot sun has left a lot of rashes on my body and that of my baby. Due to that, she suddenly gets hot and she cries throughout the night. So we are found sitting under trees for fresh air. But I have already sought hospital treatment 3 times for heat-related distress for my baby. The heat from the sun is unbearable, and it makes us move from our rooms with the babies to under this tree until evening when we go in to cook and sleep in the yard. We only go into the rooms at dawn and return to the tree building by day.
Mr. Solomon Atimberry, a climate and health researcher with the University of Public Health at the University of Development Studies, explains that newborn babies face physiological vulnerability because babies have high surface area to body mass ratio.
By physiological vulnerability, what we mean is that the baby has its high surface area by way of the body mass ratio. So the baby is not able, there is what we call the thermoregulation, the ability to thermoregulate. The baby's body is not developed, the glands that regulate body temperature and what have you, is not well developed to be able to absorb the environmental heat. So the body absorbs environmental heat faster than even adults.
This story is brought to you by Joy News in partnership with CDKN Ghana, University of Ghana Center for Climate Change and Sustainability Studies, with funding from Claire R4I Opportunities Fund.
My name is Bennett Asantin Konoma, popularly known as Nana Kotopre. That is how the children call me. I am the founder of Generation Hope International School and Orphanage in Susanso. In 2015-2016, I did my own investigation and I found out that most of the children, they don't go to school. And I realized that some of them are orphans, some of them, their parents are teenagers, and then some of them, their parents are mentally challenged. So in 2017, September, I started a school. Somebody gave me his uncompleted building, 8-bedroom uncompleted building. And then I decided to start a school. So I started with the 11 children in 2017. And before COVID, I had 36 children. The school is free. No school fees, free exercise book, free pen, everything in the school is free. And then we give the children breakfast and lunch. After COVID, the landlord collected his house. So we became disadvantaged. But by God's grace, by that time we were having our own land. So from 2021, 2022, 2023, we decided to put up our own structure on our land, and that is what is behind me. Currently, I have 137 children in the school. Aside the 137 that are in the school, 70 of the children are in the home. That stays with me morning, afternoon, evening. And those that stays in the house or in the home, I provide them every single thing, from food to shelter to clothes, everything. I am responsible for their upkeeps. And since my work is charity, I don't work. I don't have any serious financial background. My support has been coming from family members, few friends, social media, few people that have been seeing what I do. So I believe that with Joy Impact Makers Award, more people will hear about me, and it's really going to make positive impact on Generation Hope International School and Orphanage.
Across Ghana, in communities big and small, ordinary people are doing extraordinary things. This is the Joy News Impact Makers Awards 2026, celebrating those who are changing lives, shaping futures, and building hope. From Bimbila in the northern region, Faith Jakpasu is transforming classrooms through innovation, inclusive learning, and life-changing initiatives for students, teachers, and vulnerable communities. From Aflao in the Volta region, Felix Akakbo is building schools, supporting students, and investing in the future of an entire community. In health, from Winneba in the central region, Amos Ando is turning his personal battle with sickle cell into a national movement for awareness, prevention, and policy change. From Nkwanta in the Oti region, Bless Lantam is delivering life-changing healthcare to hard-to-reach communities, even in the face of conflict. From Insawam Edwardri in the eastern region, Antonio Say is restoring mobility, dignity, and opportunity through prosthetics and outreach across Ghana. From Adenta in the Greater Accra region, Valerie Ajatia is empowering amputees with hope, rehabilitation, and the courage to rebuild their lives. From Anyanui and Noga in the Volta region, Reverend Christian Valeto is rescuing, treating, and reintegrating neglected mental health patients back into society. From Akuse in the eastern region, Alberta Aite is mentoring, educating, and empowering over 1,000 girls to dream beyond limitations. From Senya Breku in the central region, Isabella Akwabwa fighting period poverty and equipping women and girls with skills for independence. In Wash, from Sirigu in the Upper East region, Dr. Anthony Akunzule is improving livelihoods through clean water, education, and economic opportunities for women. From Akache in the Volta region, Senyor Bomita is transforming communities through schools, clean water, healthcare access, and youth empowerment. And for the Corporate Partner Award from the Cape Coast Youth Development Association is empowering thousands of young people through education, skills training, and community development. These are not just finalists. These are change makers. They are nation builders. They are Ghana's true heroes. Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impacts. Who takes this home?
The 2026 Joy News Impact Makers Awards is brought to you by Ghana CEO Summit, a decade of leadership impact. Labadi Beach Hotel, Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. Abakun, Services Bibri, New Crystal Hospital, growing in good health. Sulas Enterprise, where quality meets affordability. Water Aid Ghana, change starts with water. Ghana Chamber of Mines.
We were just shocked because it had not happened before. For anybody with the courage to come in with excavators with the aim of coming to mine, it was unheard of.
press conference egesi akontamane it is so ka say enyo no a na yentro ema ne nkrofo no bi krampo ebebetututu wa ha.
There was invasion. The whole world knew it. The reports were there. The investigation revealed it. The CID had all the report. Guess what happened? It was shelved. It was shelved because there was no political will.
We shouldn't rely on the kind of money that we will get a day, and tomorrow we cannot guarantee that same money.
The sea is coming closer.
The sea was far from us. It's not this near like the way it is now.
We are losing land.
There were them one. I mean, the meetings are then here.
Inosu, Teshi, La, Labadi, Nungwa, homes are disappearing, walls collapsing, families displaced, history wiped away. Not just Christian Boncaster, but several areas along the coast are vulnerable. Rising tides, relentless erosion, a coastline under siege.
The government needs to come and help as far as the sea defense is concerned.
When the sea comes home, a Joy News feature series.
My name is Joseph Titi Afangbi. I'm the founder and executive director of the Young Visionary Leaders Ghana, a youth-led non-governmental organization working in the areas of water, sanitation, and hygiene in schools and communities. I'm a social development practitioner and a passionate advocate for social change. I have been working with Young Visionary Leaders Ghana on so many development, engagements and advocacies. And so working with this organization, focusing mainly on, ensuring that women, children, persons living with disability have access to clean, potable water in schools. My motivation stems from a child who grew up in a community that didn't have access to clean, potable water and basic education. I always believe that the child might be given such, an opportunity to dream, learn, and thrive in a society where there are so many opportunities. The Joy News Impact Makers Award is an inspiring initiative, and it is not just a platform, but then a platform that inspires hope, a platform that encourage and motivate every change maker or every hero out there doing something to support their community. And I think that this is not just an award or an initiative, but it's a life-changing initiative that boosts the morale of every person like me out there doing something to support their people or to give back what society has given back.
There, thank you so much for staying with us. This is the AM show. Time now to review the news. And the birthday boy is by the wall. We'll be bringing us the headlines on the newspapers. Kojo, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
I love that voice of yours. Momo.
Yeah.
Send number is here.
Make Momo. Hey.
How do me Judy? I'm a Judy.
I'll send you Momo. You're Ponana reverse.
Oh, now you can make a fat corner.
40 years, so we'll give you 40 Ghana cedis.
You won't say 40 million. What is 40
million? Yeah. Inflation, Yama price.
40 million. 40 for 40 million.
For sure.
Yeah, boy.
So how are you feeling today?
Oh, by 3. Yeah.
How are you feeling today? What?
Awesome. I don't know why. Since yesterday, I felt so good about this new age.
They say life begins at 40. Is this true?
Mine began way before. But yeah, we'll go by that, and probably good things will happen after 40. So let's see.
Okay.
Now, let's start with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Akosua mobile consumer is good news for all of us. The minister says that 2 of the, is that term I have forgotten, but 2 of the things that went down, there are about 6 of them. 2 are up, and both, generation unit, good. One has given us 140 megawatt, so the 2 will give us 280 megawatt. And he says they expect a third one to be up sooner, which will also add another 140 megawatt to it. They expect that all of the unit to be up by end of this week. So that's by yesterday on PM Express, the Deputy Minister of Energy says that they expect that the Dumso we are going through will have some relief by the end of in a month's time, and by the end of the year they expect that they would have done all the transformer replacement and it will be okay. So if you slept in Dumso yesterday, you should be watching. I didn't. For yesterday, I didn't sleep in it.
Well, I did.
You did.
Yes, the whole of the weekend yesterday.
Oh, as for weekend there, Sunday like this, they took it out on 4 occasions.
Yesterday too.
Yeah.
I'm not a happy woman this morning, but yeah. Wonder I did sleep in darkness.
Yeah. I mean, for example, my hometown, Agyeman-Rawlings, was off. Then it came back around, I think 8 or 9, because I have my eyes there, so I do hear of all the things. But where I live in Accra, I had light. You slept in darkness. Wonder you slept in darkness as you didn't have light. You don't want to last. Anyway, so that's the story there on that. Confront audit infractions with honesty. Accountant General is cautioning public sector. He says that when you don't do that, they erode public trust, because what is happening is not just about infractions, but it's about people refusing to be accountable. And when you do that, it doesn't help. You get that there. Buankra Inland Port, critical to economic transformation. And that's by Wonders Party Chairman, who's a man on a mission. You know, he's doing some thank you tours. Took him to the Central region. And then he was talking about...
still on the thank you tour.
Okay, but this one was him as a board chair of GPHA, I think. And you know, Buankra is part of GPHA. So he went to inspect progress of work and he said it's critical. But you don't just look at you have to look beyond and within the lines to see that man is a man on a mission. And then he knows what the man is doing. As Osahon Agyeman is new First Bank Ghana MD CEO, that's also there. Back page, litigant lawyer stranded after Sinai Court's fire. Yeah, when I saw that fire, it came to mind. Central University donates books, assorted items to Tema General Hospital Children's Ward. That's the story there. Okay, Daily Guide. Lawyers punch RNA cure prejudicial interview. And this is referring to the interview that he had over the weekend there. Adamus Resources mining leases revoked. And this story, anytime I read it, I ask questions. I think they should help the woman. If there's anything happening, she's a Ghanaian. I mean, once we all say we are trying to localize our mineral resources, any Ghanaian in there should be helped. Angela List, that's his company. That's a company. I like her fortitude.
Okay.
So if there's anything, they should try and resolve it with her and help her move on. But the story is that her license, I've seen in another publication that the lawyers are challenging this revocation by the minister. Let's see how it goes. Minister accused of trespassing at the Dodowa land dispute. Okay. 5 minutes take over Kumasi ECG substation. Health. Heath Goldfields must stay. Emefa, what did I tell you?
Yeah.
Heath Goldfields must stay.
It's
resident.
Amazing because same residents, some say they must go, exactly. Some others say it must stay, whichever way.
Remember I told you about what's happening. You have the thing. I'm interested in it. I'll get this man to, do you in.
you also find Wanda to help your case.
That's
so
what's going on.
Oh, that's what is happening,
okay.
Of course. But this is, Heath Goldfields, I'm told, is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. I don't want to mention the owner's name, but any Ghanaian in there, help him, help the people. Prophet Teacher receives a 2-4 gold medal. Let's do Economic Times. DDEP shadows loom over diaspora bond push amid record $7.8 billion remittance surge. GCE rebounds in April after March sell-off. Those are the stories in there. Publisher, I think this is illegal mining fallout. Minister pulls plug on Adamu's operation. So it's all about the Adamu's mining revocation in there. Gold Board CEO tours Royal Ghana Gold Refinery. That's Sami Jemfi in there. I like this push. This young man is doing something good at that particular office, and he should be helped. RNAK claims on delay show false. Joanna Kwei's lawyers fire back. So,
Attorney General is her lawyer.
Yes. I forgot about that. Thank you. Interesting days in court. Let's see how that goes. Untumi not into Galamsey, AG affirms. Now, when you read the details of the story, the lawyers of Untumi are picking this from the responses by the AG. In the response by the AG in court, they say the AG didn't mention that Untumi is into Galamsey specifically, but they are accusing him of transferring mining lease without the minister's approval and supervising illegal mining operations. But just because they didn't use the Galamsey, that's why they also say Untumi not into Galamsey. That's the details there, but grab it and get that one. Prisia miners praise, Emefa.
Yeah.
Prisia miners praise who?
Heath Goldfield.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Two sides of the same.
So those who protested, they are waiting for their response from the ministry. You know, there was another enclave in that area.
But the minister will be conflicted now because one side says go, one side says stay.
That's why he just must proceed with what they say they are doing illegally. Okay. He really doesn't have to look at.
Well, but are they accused of doing anything? But they say that they have not shown.
That's one. But they also show some sort of breaches in I don't know, some technicalities.
Anyway, interesting days in the mining sector. Anyway, let's keep watching. The overseer, NDC opens branch elections, demands appointees resign before contesting. Okay, Wanda is not appointed, so he is free to contest.
The chicken is nearly coming home to roost. Nearly.
Prisia Galamsey Group praises Heath Goldfields. Okay. Adamu's lease revocation, lawful jobs will be protected, Minerals Commission assures. NEIP begins grant disbursement under a Jumara program, and that's the guy that the CEO of NEIP. He's also a lawyer, a fantastic guy. He's a friend to Sami Jemfi. Both of them, they're doing something good in there. Let's move on. Daily Gist. NDC hatchet woman exposed. Attacks Pentecost chairman. Insults Samira Baumia. Julius Debra weeps over attacks on Apostle Nyamiche. Government revokes Adamu's mining leases. Baumia hails Otumfuo's Gold Award. And GRIDCo boss sacked. But Emefa, this was yesterday, there was a letter released from GRIDCo, which was indicating that the man says he's going on his leave and that engineer Ochre will be managing the day-to-day affairs of the company and even asking for the cooperation of the workers to him. So really...
Yesterday, our colleague Maxwell Agbagba asked the minister this particular question. I think that the question was not adequately answered.
Yes.
He only says that it's actually good for the GRIDCo board because of the investigations that are pending.
Anyway, because according to industry players, they knew long before, some months ago, that this man was going on leave in June and that he will start his leave also in April 27th, I'm told. So really, anyway, let's see.
Okay.
The New Republic NDC base sees sabotage in Jinapor's kept men. Anyway, OSP created through years of reform. Ghana fintech booms faces reality test. Adamus unmasked. Ghana set for decisive IMF program exit review. Accra's airport jams. So those are the stories.
That'll be all. You're gonna do my joy online.
But of course, I'll ask viewers to go to my joy online.
That'll be all. Kojo, so what are we doing today? Your birthday. I love birthdays.
Yes.
I don't like it when you take it normal. So I'm a woman's woman.
Since I was born, my parents didn't celebrate birthday, so it hasn't been part of me, unfortunately.
You've got to do something. 40.
Yeah, I'll look up to you. Bring the plan. Let's do
Okay. Okay, I like that.
Maybe one of our viewers.
That sounds like an allergy. Gosh, bring the plan. Anyway, guys, let's get into business this morning. A lot of matters arising. Awal Mohammed is member of the NPP Communications Directorate. A little later, we shall be joined by Dr. Bernard Tutu Bwahini. He's a lecturer in political marketing at the University of Education in Winneba. Akosua is director of field operations for the United Party, and Wanda Madilo is development analyst and member of the NDC Communications team. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Terrific Tuesday. Today is Kojo's birthday, so I'm in high spirit. I'm excited, but not too excited because of the lights. Let's start from there. I'll start with you, Efo Hobson. Tell me, yesterday after the minister addressed the media, what were you convinced? Do you see light at the end of the tunnel?
So we thank God for his life. And I hope people watching us will do well to also celebrate him. Celebrating him by sending Momo and other things. So not just writing happy birthday. Okay. Thank you very much. I think I listened to the minister yesterday, and he was frank. And then you can see some kind of sincerity in his presentation. But what I would say is that it's undeniable fact that the current power outages is not a systemic failure or systemic collapse. It's not so. This is a situation whereby an unforeseen circumstances happened. So it's not a policy failure. Number two, it's not as a result of maybe legacy debt payment. At least we know there was a debt of $2.5 billion. As we speak, about 1.7 billion have been settled. So this outages is not out of the legacy debt. Then I can say that the outages is not as a result of maybe inability to procure fuel to power our generation. Some people are saying, oh, it's out of that. We are not getting fuel. That is not true. The fuel, we are getting it constantly to power the generation. But like you stated, when Kojo was there, you will see Akosua is in total collapse. So thank God that the engineers have worked hard to bring it back. So all these are factors that is hitting us very hard. So I cannot say this situation today can be termed, as the slogan goes, doom so. You can call for it.
Still my voice.
You can call for it. We cannot term it that way. You see, Emefa, the term doom so came when the outages, you can predict that, oh, this evening will go off. You go off, and then at times you can be there 2 days, 3 days without getting light. What is the current situation? We have been told that most of the transformers are weak. Most of the transformers have been overloaded, so they are replacing them. And then if you are here, here, Joy News, if the transformer servicing this area is being replaced, can the light be on whilst they are replacing the transformer? No. Automatically, power will go off for them to replace the transformer before power comes back. So I am happy that this current government is doing that. Why am I saying so? You see, always we've been talking about our maintenance culture. Are you getting it? if a government, you see these problems and you think that, oh, because the light will be going off, people will be talking, so I'm not going to change. We'll just maintain it and then be dealing with, then it means you are not a good government. So you confront the situation and make sure you change the transformers so that after changing the transformers and then doing all what you can, and power is still going out, then we can hold them to account. That you told us you are replacing transformers. You are bringing a bigger voltage than we have now. You've already replaced them. Why are we still experiencing this? Recently, they started with the Teshi area. Yeah. I don't know whether they finished or they are still on it. And I'm sure that the moment they finish, Teshi will not be experiencing that kind of a light off and other things. So let us see. This one is as a result of planned maintenance and then replacement of transformers.
Okay.
That will not negate the fact that maybe some rampant lights off and other areas will not happen. Are you getting it? The last time I was here, I was telling you that when I went to my village at Yavi, anytime I go there on weekends, they put the light off in the evening till the next day. I complained. I called the regional minister. You called the district MD. What is happening? Then in less than 20 minutes, the light came. It never went off till I left the place.
So there was no issue, basically.
You could see that there was no issue, because if there is an issue and I call and then the light comes, then what is it?
So that weekend, if you didn't visit home, the people of Achiavi at that moment wouldn't have light.
Oh, it
there
has
no
happened.
cause for it.
Yeah, it has happened on 3 occasions.
Does this tie into the perception that there's some sabotage?
You see, those things make some of us believe that. Are you getting it? In fact, I called one of the regional managers. I will not mention the name. And then I was discussing. He said, the tone confirmed to me the suspicion that, some people are just there sabotaging. Look, Emefa, someone can be there, you see, off. You ask yourself, what is the problem? At times, maybe if there is a storm.
So indulge me a bit. So we have 3 issues.
Yes.
There's 1, sabotage. There's 2, transformer change. There's 3, and this I'm not purporting that these are the reasons. And then there's 3, the fire outbreak that just happened as well.
Yeah.
Are you saying that all 3 are the arguments you're advancing, or one is superseding the other? Which one are you sticking with? Is it all 3?
No.
All 3 coexist?
The planned maintenance is there. It's also a factor. Then the inferno that visited Akosua is also another factor. That one took Akosua off entirely before they wake out, and then the sabotage one will not be a measure for this situation now we have. Are you getting it?
Okay.
Before this maintenance and other things, we were experiencing some kind of outages. That is where...
And this is where we're saying it's transformer issue. Indulge me, you people are experienced. For a change of transformer in a day, how many hours would it take? A transformer? Does it take, in an area?
I cannot answer unless you get the engineers.
Okay.
Changing a transformer, if you don't do it well, the entire area is at risk. Are you getting it? So that one, I will not rush to answer that question because I know nothing about.
Do we know whether or not they are likely to change transformers at dawn as well? Prior to this inferno, the fire outbreak, which they say has affected us largely, there were still lights out, and you can confirm that.
Yeah.
And we're saying that there was some maintenance, the transformer change, and all of that. When my light goes off at night, in the middle of the night, is it that the transformer is being changed, or the transformer that was changed or in the process of the changing is what's taking the light?
In fact, I cannot answer that question, but I can say that maybe, we have the normal faults that they detect and other things. I've been told that they have programmed some of the stations that the moment they see a fault coming, the system itself can go off. So maybe an engineer comes to put it on, make sure that it's safe to put it on before they can do that. So it happens.
Okay. At what point
tonight,
do you think
my area, we went off in the night. Are you getting it?
Okay.
So, but because of my small genset that I have, it hurt me. Other than that, everybody in that area slept in darkness.
Looks like we may have to be charging our phones with.
And some of these things, look, we cannot conclude by saying that Awa and his government did not do well with Ghanaians.
It'll be a good place to end.
Because they were supposed to do a maintenance. We were told some time ago that there is something called Doom CSA. So what happened to that Doom CSA? Are you getting it? I want to draw people's attention to that. Doom CSA. If we're able to CSA it well, are you getting it? Will we be having this kind of problems today? Or it was just a slogan just to deceive Ghanaians? So finally, I will say that once we are able to change all these transformers, maintenance done, and then we start experiencing these outages, then government
You'd have cause to hold
will not allow you to breathe.
Well, did you follow the minister's presentation yesterday?
Yes, I did.
So he says that he thinks the minister was honest. Do you think he was honest?
He was dishonest, to be very honest.
All of his submission?
Almost everything that he said.
Okay.
And I'll prove it here. But before I go there, I beg you just a minute of the time to talk about some politics in terms of this region. You know, Greater Accra is very critical for any political party. And we think that as a party that had lost elections bigly, especially in Greater Accra, we lost over 500,000 votes. Yesterday, I was part of a history to be made. Dr. Bernard Okoboy is contesting for the regional chairman position of the region. And this is the first time a cabinet minister, former cabinet minister, is contesting as a regional chairman.
That's interesting. A cabinet minister. In fact, he was a member of parliament before.
MP, former MP, former CEO, former deputy minister, former minister for health.
And he's decided to want to be
the
regional chairman.
Because we have a history to that. In Greater Accra, the last time we had a minister coming back to contest us, the late Ishmael Ashiti, he moved us from 9 seats to 21. Now we're back to 5. So we need the new energy.
Basically, you're supporting him to be...
Yes, I'm supporting him to be the regional chairman.
I'll send you and him an invoice. Now,
let me also support him. In fact, he's a good friend.
Okay.
Though I don't wish them well, but that man alone, I support him, whatever.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's generally a good man. Also, me is my junior in Presec, so that fraternity will make me support him any day.
All right. Then.
Do you know why I support him? Okoboy was, let's say, about 3 people who can pick a phone and call.
That's the Presec training.
Yes.
Anyway.
Christian brother.
Calm down. Do this, do that. When he was at the office, I've seen you for a long time. Where are you? Come to the office.
There's a resource.
That question is not allowed.
It's a good man. It's a good man, that one.
Okay. Thank you so much for the endorsement. Yes. So when I said that whatever he said yesterday, almost everything really did not, it was just disingenuous. Now, all that the Ghanaian want today is when I flick the switch to see light and not excuses. Even when the doomsday was at its peak in 2014, 2015, there were reasons. You see, these blackouts did not start just last week. You remember last week here, I pointed to the daily graphic and I told you to check the daily graphic. In the daily graphic, there is a publication to show that indeed every day in Accra in the last 3 months, we've been shedding load here. So the only the thing that happened in Akosombo is only a scapegoat. It only aggravated the situation. This is something that we have been reeling under for the last 1 year. You remember we were told that when we pay 1 cedi Dumso levy, they'll be able to buy crude to fire the turbines so that we will say no to Dumso. We've been paying the 1 cedi for the last 8 months. We have been paying 24% increment on electricity cumulative for the last 1 year. Under Akufo-Addo, if you needed just 100 cedis for the month, today you need 124 cedis for the month because we're paying 24% on electricity. So why must you switch off our light? It is something that has been happening in the last 1 year. 3 months ago, when the Ashanti people decried, the ECG boss went to Ashanti region and apologized to them for the blackouts. And you are telling us that, well, what happened in Akosombo is the reason we're where we are today. That is not true.
So one of the many other reasons, or?
It is not even true because...
What do you think is the reason?
They are not able to buy the crude.
Okay.
And they are not also able to pay their obligations to end gas. The gas that we get from the West African gas pipeline, we are indebted to them to the tune of $70 million. This is something that Joy News did just yesterday. Joy News research. According to the Joy News research, it has to do with the crude that you're not able to buy. So a lot of the thermal plants are running 0. Some are running 64. It is only car power that is running 100%. And you sit here to tell me that, well, it's not generation. When in the last 1 year, we face the same issues. It's one of the reasons we're calling on the government to come and tell us. I was quiet when you were talking.
We started experiencing this about 3 months ago. So don't come here and say that for the past 1 year. When they started 1 cedi, when did you see the light of life?
June. We started the 1 cedi in June.
Between June and December.
Why will you tell us to pay for crude when you are able to solve it?
Stop it.
You preempted and told us that there will be doom, so we should be paying 1 cedi on every liter so that you can buy crude to fire the turbines. Today, Joy News, an independent media house, is telling you that Gas supplied gas to the tune of $70 million. You're not able to pay them.
It's one
and
component.
They have cut the supply.
One component out of many.
I hope that the energy with which you're referencing our research, when the table's turned, you'd also believe that.
I will. Definitely. Right. But I've always been referencing Joy News. You understand? But this is something I know. And again, you see, last year you remember in August, a member of the Energy Committee in Parliament, MP for Orukrum, told us that when they did the maintenance of Atuabo gas, they contracted 28 companies to do that. One of the companies was contracted, a locally based company, was contracted to do that work. And one of the things that happened was that when they did that maintenance, they used a chemical. They use a chemical that is not really the best chemical to be used for that purpose.
Yeah.
And they have damaged some of the components in that Atuabo gas processing plant. At that time, they told him it was not true. Just 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, the GRIDCo, VRA, and others have corroborated and said that indeed Ghana Gas is not able to supply the number of gas that they are supposed to use for the turbines. And you sit here to tell me that, well, it's not generation, when independent checks reveal that it is generation. Again, you say it is not. It is about Akosombo. And one of the disingenuous things I heard from the minister was that we were shedding 1,000 from Akosombo. When did Akosombo reach 1,000? Akosombo, the installed capacity is 1,020. And the dependable capacity is 900. And even the 900, we don't get to that peak. And just right now, it was even confirmed by Brace when he said all the 6 turbines, now they are doing 140.
Because they're supposed to do 170. That is what they are processed to do. But they can only do the peak up to 140. So how did we get to 1,000 megawatts that he was talking about, that we're shedding 1,000 megawatts and so on? The government is not being truthful to the people of this country. Is the reason it is not the MPP alone. It's not the minority alone that is calling for a load shedding timetable. Even ASEP yesterday released a statement saying that give the Ghanaians the timetable so that they are able to plan their lives. Look at the number of food that is going waste. Meanwhile, we're paying 1 cedi for the fuel that we were supposed to procure. We have called on them to come and explain to us. You remember when they were rolling out the Dumso levy, they told us that they will be accountable to us, so that money will not go to the consolidated account. They said routinely they will come and tell people what have been accrued and what they have used it for. In the last 8 months, they have not been able to do that. Last 2 weeks, we called on them, then they said within April they will be able to do that. April is ending. They have still not been able to do it. So it means they have diverted that funds. Because if they have used it for that purpose, we will have gotten the money to be able to really power our thermal plants, for the plants to be able to generate electricity, so that even this one that has come will only be temporary. It will just be within 2 days, 3 days, because this is an accident.
Do you believe in the transformer change as well? And this comes at the backdrop of...
When I hear the transformer change, in 2024, March to be precise, we changed 600 transformers. And that was when Napo said, we're doing Doom CAC. You remember? When they said, well, why will you switch off our light for 2 hours, 3 hours? You remember those days? It was just 2 hours, 3 hours. And they said we should give them timetable. Then Napo said, well, we're doing Doom CSA because we're doing 600 transformers. You remember the Pokwasi Bulk station and the Kasua Bulk station, the biggest we have had in the history of this country. Are the two.
Have we been able to check whether the 600 transformers that were changed at the time, today...
This is not true. They did not change any 600.
Oh, but this is something...
This of course, you are inviting us to verify.
Yeah,
so,
it is not true.
So again, we procure these transformers that you're talking about.
It doesn't matter.
The transformers that they are talking about.
It doesn't matter. All those transformers were stuck at the port.
I was quiet.
When
I was quiet.
You are feeling it.
They called, but I didn't interject you. They called. You see, when they saw that the Dumso was getting its peak, 2 weeks ago, the president went and stood behind the transformers and said they are changing transformers. You remember? The president himself said they are changing transformers so Ghanaians should endure. Now, these are transformers that we bought.
Doesn't matter.
I'm saying that they did not procure a single transformer.
Doesn't matter.
It matters because yesterday the minister said that we did not do investments, and that's the reason why we are today. When we have started, and I told you, as at March, we changed 600 and procured over 3,000 of them with the cables and everything. You came and met them. After meeting them, in order to give the dog a bad name to hang it, you told us 1,300 were missing. You remember? They said 1,300 of them were missing. So today, what is the story?
So what is it, the remaining of the 3,000 you procured that they are installing now?
Yeah, that is what they are installing today. They have not procured a single
3,000 and then you have installed 600. So we have how many?
2,500. Yes, that is what the minister even confirmed. That was what the president confirmed. That they are doing 2,500.
So you can confirm that indeed, yes, there's transformer change. However, you don't believe that there's
transformer change at time we're doing 2 hours. You remember what John Jinapor said in opposition? There is a video to it I can give you. He said the Doom CSA that we were talking about. He said the Doom CSA we were talking about. We knock off some place for 1 hour. We knock off another place for 1 hour. So we are doing Doom CSA. We're just hiding the Doom.
You remember? The video is there. I can give it to you. Put it. He said it. We are not going to accept it here. If 1 hour light off, why should Otumfuo complain? If 1 hour light off, or 2 hours light off. Why should Otunfo complain at that time? In Ashanti region.
Now is the whole of Ghana.
Oh, please.
So when I call him
annex, it was
when I
the whole nation
annex,
but
he becomes angry. But what are you doing? You are NDC annex. You are here to work for NDC. You had your time.
I am not. I don't have any problem because you are defending a PNC woman. PNC woman. Samira Bawumia, PNC woman. So you are here.
You both lost me. What are we talking about?
This nonsense must stop.
Okay.
If you speak in favor of MPP, you are not MPP annex. Why would you speak against them? You are MPP annex. It is total nonsense.
Okay.
You will say,
it's total nonsense. There is no sense in what he's saying.
That I will not use.
You put my name there and say that I'm the head of Field Operation United Party, and you sit here and say NDC annex. Are you not mad?
No.
Are you not mad?
The work you're doing here,
because what I'm saying is not in favor of you. This nonsense must stop.
Because I know that the nonsense must stop. That is the reason why you were talking. I was quiet.
So both of you, your mics out. Your mics out.
Yes, you. That is why you do.
I'm gonna go for a break and come back.
Pure and NDC blood in you.
I'm going to go for a break and come back.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you. Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is not just rap. This is not just lyrics. This is War on the Mic. Welcome to Beats and Bars, the ultimate rap battle competition in Ghana, where raw talents meet hungry ambition, where bars hit harder and only the strongest survive.
Fanboy no they pay. Sudi agoro be best sorti o get bonnet is such as skilly.
Okay, on a man, I'm another one pem. But reject another one phantom now. Madame Surupu, we are ransom.
2 communities, 2 fearless MCs, 3 intense rounds, 1 undisputed champion. No backing down, no mercy, just skill, flow, delivery, and bars.
You better get to it.
I say, shake it bala bala, shake it bala bala, shake it bala bala.
Who owns the mic? Who controls the stage? Who takes the crown? Beats and Bars.
Yeah.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park.
Welcome to Safari Valley Eco Park.
Our electric shuttle pulled up and in no time our tour began. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the Eco Park. We were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through orientation and how to better enjoy the experience. Watch these animals roam freely in their natural habitat undisturbed by our presence. We saw zebras, sable antelope, brown crane, mara, silky chicken, nyalas, Shetland ponies, and so many animals I just couldn't keep up. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Then we took a break to have lunch in this serene environment. All this amazing experience for this price for adults? This price for teenagers. And this for kids. It's a bargain. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before dinner by the campfire. It has been a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait till my next visit.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
And all their modern ambition pace. There is no margin for error. So much here is familiar.
Over 1,900 games brought us here.
There is not a sporting heat quite like this.
But history doesn't care about the journey.
The Premier League is the best league in the world.
La Liga is far and beyond the biggest winner.
It only remembers how it ends.
You bought it. It's not a word. You bought it.
8 titles. 1 month of mayhem to decide them all.
Outstanding from Patrick Dorgan.
Stay connected and watch DSTV to catch the football season finale this May. It's on.
When news breaks, there's no pause button. With fast-moving, developing stories, decisions are unfolding, and the nation is watching. This is News Desk, with a very fast and precise tone and attitude, 1 hour. The biggest stories, the clearest facts, politics, governance, security, the economy, not rumors, not speculation, but verified news.
It's clear that the people wanted to change the will of the people of Pandai, but the Supreme Court has affirmed the will of the people.
Backed by context, sharpened by analysis. Here, headlines are not enough. We go beyond the what to ask the why and the what next. Decision makers are questioned, policies are examined, and the facts are allowed to speak without fear, without favor. This is News Desk on Joy News. Independent, fearless, credible.
The sea is coming closer.
The sea was far from us. It's not this near like the way it is now.
We are losing land.
There were them one of the meetings I didn't hear queen.
Inosu, Teshi, La, Labadi, Nungwa, homes are disappearing, walls collapsing, families displaced, history wiped away.
Not just Christian Boncaster, but several areas along the coast are vulnerable.
Rising tides, relentless erosion, a coastline under siege.
The government needs to come and help as far as the sea defense is
Okay, thank you so much for staying with us. This is still the AM show. Still a lot of matters arising, but let's just address a few issues here a while. So, respectfully, I'd like you to withdraw that NDC annex. And then, Chairman, Director, you as well, there was some words that you used that's quite unprintable.
Withdrawn.
So,
Withdrawn.
Okay. Chairman has withdrawn.
I've also withdrawn.
All right, thank you so much. I'm going to move to Wanda.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking I'll end
Yeah, we've gone for a break. So Wanda has been sitting calmly the whole time.
No,
so when you have your turn again, you make it.
I'm very quiet.
Last week, rejected me.
Wanda,
yes.
Wanda has been quiet today.
Yeah, no.
It's quite a wonder.
I've turned a new leaf.
Okay, well, let's hear you.
Emefa, I've listened to Awa, and he went on and on. The bit about the minister was disingenuous. He was used some other words, and all that. But truth is truth, and so it doesn't matter how much politics the MPP wants to do with this doomsaw doomsday kind of politics. What is important is that we have stated clearly what is wrong. Number one, the government was very clear that our generation capacity has gone below. And this is owing to many years of non-investment in the industry. And the MPP will not run away from that. The fact still remains that in 8 years in government, they did very little to elevate our generation capacity. What they told us was that, oh, we are able to buy fuel, we're able to do that, we're able to do that, but they did very little when it comes to generation capacity. In fact, they benefited from the capacity that was installed by the earlier NDC government. And that is why they will go on and on and on and tell us about how that we have excess capacity and we're paying for excess capacity charges and the government of Ghana signed a bad deal and all that. And yet, in the midst of all that, they managed to do the same thing with AXA and all the others. To the extent that they benefited from even transferring Ameri from its base to Kumasi in the name of upgrading, the Kumasi infrastructure when it comes to electricity. So they did nothing. They came to buy fuel, which we understand they can buy. Everybody will buy. If it's just buying fuel for generator, even offices do the same. So that is no business. And they lack the moral turpitude to be the ones to be advising us on electricity generation and transport to our homes. Number two, the minister was clear. We do know that there was already planned maintenance, which was the installation of transformers. And you were asking how many days it takes to install one transformer. To be honest with you, it takes minimum of 5 to 7 days to install a major transformer. Why? Because before a transformer is removed, they have to take it out, they have to do testing of the new ones, they have to install it, they have to run it and see if it works, if it fits in the system before they let it go. And within that period, electricity is a very dangerous, life-threatening environment. And therefore, anybody working in that environment wants to be sure that the power is off before, some of these things are done. And so people will bear the brunt of these power outages. So that was already ongoing. As of 2 weeks ago, we were told that 2,500 transformers were already, on ground and were being installed. And on this same show, 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that 500 was already sent to the northern enclave where GRIDCo is to be installed. So these were already planned maintenance ongoing. Number two, we also know that our transmission lines, the ones from Volta all the way to the north, using the Eastern Corridor Road, were all bad. Some of them were actually carrying loads heavier than the cable could carry, and so government was already engaged in changing the transmission lines along those lines. Unfortunately for us, within the same period, then the GRIDCo thing happened. Now, GRIDCo in Akosombo is the one that takes or transports power from Akosombo to ECG. And so when that happened, they had to shut down the Akosombo plant, which gives us a maximum of about 780 megawatts. As a matter of fact, it has an installed capacity of 1,020. However, in every power system, even with your installed capacity, you can't deliver the full capacity. So you will deliver a certain capacity.
Don't do the exact thing.
Can you please listen to me? You talked about Akosombo. Listen to me carefully, please. You're doing the same thing that you didn't like. So please don't go there. Installed capacity 1,020. That we know. And so if you're talking about Akosombo, you will talk about 1,020 because that is the installed capacity of the unit. But the deliverables is below that. And apart from the deliverables, we have something called 18% power reserve. The total power that is produced by the plant, 18% of that goes into reserve. Why? Because in terms of emergency, you can be able to rely on that. As a matter of fact, the generation plant itself also needs power to be generating. And so there's an 18% reserve out of the 1,020, and then you cannot also deliver all at a go. That unit was also shut down. So you are talking about 1,000 units, or on average 900 shut down out of the 520 something that we have for the entire country. However, our peak demand goes beyond that. And so what is the honest thing to do? What is the truthful thing to do? Is to tell Ghanaians what the challenge was. It has nothing to do with fuel purchase. It has nothing to do with all the gymnastics they are talking about. When in 2024 we had power outages and we asked the minister to let us know in honesty what was happening because of the convenience of elections, the convenience of 2024 elections, and that he was becoming a flag bearer of the MPP and all that. He hid it from us. And yet we experience power outages within that 2024 season. And they won't be truthful and tell us the truth because you have been able to lie your way through and got away with it. You think that everybody else who is telling you the truth is also a liar like you did in the past. I think that is unfortunate. However, we all know that these things came up only some 1 month or 2 months ago, at this scale. In fact, the one that the Ghanaians are talking about more now is only about some 1 week, 2 weeks ago. So it is not true that the NDC didn't do anything about power generation and all that. And who is the one talking? The MPP. For 8 years in government, he should tell us 1 unit of power, apart from the so-called solar, generation plants that they did, solar-powered plant that they did, the 1 megawatt that they did. He should tell me 1 generation capacity that they added to the generation capacity of this country for the 8 years in government, apart from the blah blah and the math and all that. Then he sits on radio again and tells us that we didn't buy any transformer and that they bought all the 3,000. Now you say that you bought 3,200 transformers. Okay, and you install 600 in 2024. Now, 600 minus 3,200, should it be left with 2,500? It should have been left with 2,700 and not 2,500 as you are peddling out there. Now, number 2, how does it make sense to anybody?
The Akosua Dam, if you look at the research that we did, the checks, it looks as if it was already under producing. 2 weeks ago, even before the fire outbreak.
That's not the issue. We're not talking about underproduction. Every power plant goes through maintenance. And I'm saying that, unfortunately, that's why I use the word unfortunately, at the same time that all this was going on, then we had a full shutdown. It was undergoing maintenance, but not a shutdown, not the total shutdown of the 1,020 megawatts capacity. Now, let me go back to his issue. So a government is in government, you were in power for 8 years, and you claim you bought 3,200 transformers, which we didn't see in any trail paper. If he has any trail of those trail papers, he can give it to me. We didn't see any of that in any of the trail papers. Then, for 8 years, you installed 600. Is that not a shame? Is that not embarrassing?
No, I don't think they purchased the 3,000.
He said that they purchased 3,000.
Yes, not in 8 years.
It doesn't matter. They had 8 years.
I said,
how does it? Excuse me. How does it not matter?
But he said,
talk to me. How does it not matter?
I mean, it matters when the period they procured it and the period with which they were doing the transformer check.
And have we been in government for 8 years? Has the NDC been in government for 8 years?
No, I'm not doing a comparison.
So if we haven't been in government for 8 years, and we have been in government for 1 year, 1.5 years less, okay? And we are doing this kind of maintenance, and then you have been in 8 years, and you only found it expedient to do your so-called maintenance in the 8th year. Where is the reason? Where is the value in it? And where is the approach? Because we know that every year, our power generation increases by 8%, okay? So if...
In a year?
Yeah, in every year. Now, not power generation, our power need, because of rural electrification, the expansion of electricity and all that, we are told that it increases by 8%. So if for 8 years you were in government, let's keep it at the 8%. 8 times 8 is what, 64, right? Is that it, or 54, whatever it is. Okay, that was a percentage increase that they should have given to us. Because already at the time that they came to government, they said there was excess capacity. In other words, we had more. So you should have planned for it. You failed to plan for any of this. You stood in government, waited until 2024. I'm sure even under the cloak of procurement breaches, they quickly ran to purchase that much. Because if you knew that you had 8 years in government, why didn't you buy all this throughout the period? Why? And you waited until 8th year, and then you say that we bought 3,000, and then we installed 600, and then they came and they're installing the others. You are very irresponsible as a government then, if you did that. Because the 3,000 that you procured, what was the program for it? To install it after 10,000 years or some 100 years. You procured 3,000 because you needed it. So what made you not to install the 3,000 before leaving office? Which is also a lie.
Just hold on there. 3,000 confirmed.
He didn't say 3,000. They said they had procured 3,200.
He's here.
And that they installed 600.
You're here.
3,200 minus 600 should be left to what?
2,800.
So I will be happy if you allow your producers to check when we installed the Pukwase and the Akosua bulk plant.
Now, my question really is, when was this transformers procured? 2024?
It was procured in 2024. Okay. And I told you that we installed 600 in March. Within March, we installed 600. Yeah. Then the rest of the transformers were at the port, which was confirmed by the energy minister.
I mean,
that
as for these informations, it's not rocket science. It can be verified.
It's just there.
So
he mentioned.
How can a government import 3,000 transformers in one particular year? Throughout your 8 years, you did not import transformers.
We imported.
Then one particular year,
to the extent that we did routine.
Just 3,000. I mean, doesn't make sense. Look, the Doom CACA thing was just a change of transmission lines. Transmission lines. It was not a change of transformers.
This is just a conversation to keep lights on.
That's right.
I mean, the technicalities may take away from the real issue on the ground.
That's right.
I wonder, because you are quiet all through, I need you to land on this point.
Yeah.
So, just like the way Director mentioned, he has expectations. He's giving a certain timeline in his mind that, listen, if this government says it's a transformer, it is capacity, whatever it is, the timeline as to when you're done with your maintenance of transformer change, and then we still have power outages, then he would have cause to ask questions. In your anticipation, at this moment, so this morning, if my light goes off, what shall I think? Is there a transformer change? Is it the Akosua Dam? Or is it just a combination of...
There are gamut of issues depending on where you live. For instance, those of us who live in the on the stretch going to Dodowa or Kpong barrier, there's a major construction going on. That major construction involves relocation of transmission lines. It involves underground cables relocation. It also involves the water, high-powered pipelines that is ongoing. For instance, in front of a property of mine, there's been a transformer change, and we didn't have light for like 2 days because they were doing transformer change, which I saw for myself, and I can take pictures for you. Then you talk about the Tetekwashi Highway all the way to on that Flower Road. That is also a major construction going on. Winneba to Cape Coast is also a major construction
during the time they were doing the transformer change, was there any of them happening at dawn? Yeah, it's just a personal question. No, or once they are doing it, the impact of it can happen anytime.
Truth is they prefer to work when there is dusk or when I say dusk, I mean, when the weather is cool, because it's already a very hot environment. So they would prefer to do it midnight, in the night and all that. For instance,
I'm sure you followed this morning,
my power
transformers are done. That's what I'm asking.
So this morning, my power went off somewhere around 1. It came around 4 a.m. I made calls and they said they were working. I didn't have a problem. I only, or any Ghanaian will have a problem if after the timelines we have given pass and some of these things are beginning to happen again.
What's your so indeed, the timeline that
I think it's fair. I think it's fair in as much as it inconveniences us and all Ghanaians, and which we apologize for, and we are very remorseful for what has happened and all that. We think that the best thing to do is to fix it now. And that's what is happening. And the government is taking steps to fix the challenges. If anybody feels that, it's too harsh and all that, we understand. For instance, BEC students are about to write exams. I sympathize with them. I empathize with them. I believe that we can do this as quickly as possible, and they can also have light and all that. So it does have an impact on both industry, on individual lives and all that. But the truth is that we need to fix it. If we don't fix it and we postpone it and we keep postponing for the convenience sake, for the issue of, I don't want my government to look bad and all that, we have a bigger problem at hand.
Okay.
Now, the other thing which I worry about is that our ECG, our GRIDCo, our VRAs, and our power sector needs to rely a lot more on quality data. And I think that is one of the problems. You see, every year we announce that we're doing rural electrification. People are excited. People are happy. But that rural electrification has an impact on our powers, reserve. Because if I have only 2,000 to give, and then I connect 3 rural areas.
You're not increasing here, but you're adding...
I'm not increasing the generation, but I'm adding more on the load. And that's what happened. Even in our homes, the reason some people have 3-phase meter, some have 1-phase or 2-phase meter, is because of the load in the house.
Let me ask you a question. Amid all these technicalities and bringing the real issues to the fore, what has it got to do with telling the GRIDCo CEO to...
No, the GRIDCo CEO's time was already ended. Prior to even his whatever now, he had already announced insiders tell us that he was leaving, and in June or something, or April, he was going on leave. So this is not an issue to worry about. In any case,
but if he had announced,
GRIDCo is bigger than an individual.
Yeah, if he had announced, what's the government's business in telling him to
government didn't tell him to leave. He issued a statement.
No, minister said he should step aside.
I agree. I agree.
For investigation.
I agree. But then he himself wrote the memo to the staff.
Just a second. Minister was saying that it will be good for him to step aside because when you are still there as the MD or the CEO and they are doing investigations, maybe you can interfere. So once you step aside and then the investigations come and then you are clean. Yeah. Are you getting it? Okay. So minister was stating clearly that it is up to his own good to step aside. So we know that he's due for retirement.
Yes.
But this particular case on Akosua fire outbreak.
So nothing to do with the retirement.
Nothing to do with the retirement. Just step aside for them to do the investigation.
Yeah, and let's put it in context. Yes, even though the minister made that request, the minister didn't sack him. That must be clear. Number two, he issued his own statement to say that he's going on leave.
I'm not working with that. I'm working with what the minister said.
Yeah, I'm saying that he's going on leave, but I'm talking about official documents. We all saw the press release from GRIDCo, signed by him, even asking the workers to cooperate with the new acting MD whilst he's away and all that. So I don't think these are all just good governance practices. In fact, it is good for us than what we saw under the MPP when they had to push out Dubik Mahama at the time. So this is better. This is fine. This is good. This is good governance. This leaves what we call institutional memory, and this allows for other people to function. So it's not the problem.
Okay. Well, have you made your point? I want to hear from Doc. You can respond to a few things. No, I want the Doc has been sitting here for a while. Let me hear from you. Have you put your point? Do you have your point?
You always say factually inaccurate, and yet you have no facts.
Doc, did you have lights today, like throughout the night? Hey, you're lucky. Did you make calls? What numbers have you people been calling to have your light on?
I'll give you the number.
Okay.
It's an open number.
When you call your light to come.
Call that number, I show number. It's all over the place.
When you call your light to come. I'm talking about the one that your light to come.
If it's a problem, they'll tell you.
There'll be so much pressure.
In Accra, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But when you go to my area, to
Doc, did you follow the minister's submission yet?
Yes, I did.
Does it give you any hope or comfort?
Yes. So good morning to viewers and good morning to University of Education Winneba staff. Good morning to us all. Well, it's been a long time.
I passed through your town yesterday.
Yes. Oh, but you have to apologize to me.
I was going to Efijasi, so I passed through.
Oh, okay. Wanda.
Yes.
Very big morning.
Very, very big morning to you.
Doc is such a traditional man. He's exchanging very good pleasantries with everybody.
Yes, sir.
I'm saying good morning.
Good morning.
Emefa.
Doc.
You have a young girl at Methodist Girls Secondary School at Mamfi. She says she likes you.
Oh, what's her name?
The name has escaped me. In fact, she met me on the street. I was going to visit my daughter. And then she said that, hey, Doc, I've been following you, and please extend my greetings to Sister Emefa.
Oh, greetings will be. Thank you.
So yes.
Wanda, Methodist girls, Manfi, it's women.
But they are male lecturers there too, teachers there.
This one is a young girl.
Doc, please, let me hear you. Please mute Wanda's microphone.
Wanda, what are you protesting?
Is it a harmful question?
I want to ask what Wanda is trying to protest. I don't know. But you see, this whole thing about, this so-called Dumsiesie, jargon, to me, it's a national thing. And I think that what the minister said, the details of it, is something that seems refreshing to the nation. At least he should control over the problem, and he also made us to understand some of the measures that his office, has put up in order to immediately, have some kind of measures that will relieve us of some problems that we may be going through. And again, some medium to long term, strategies. I feel that Ghana as a country has failed. And we have failed because there are things that we should be doing. Not that we don't know, because if you listen to the minister, this issue about, green energy and all, the documents are there, all right? But the question is, what is preventing us from having a very strong energy mix? What is preventing us from pushing towards green transitions, to probably make solar energy a bit cheaper? Go to Eastern region on the mountains. Wind is just flying everywhere. And the question is, what are we using? I mean, what advantage are we taking to ensure that probably we install 1 or 2 windmills that can generate some kind of power for this country? There are other sources. I mean, I think that one of the journalists asked a question about this, using this kind of atomic, energies to come up with generation. And the minister responded that it is in the process, okay? But for how long are we going to have interventions in processes? I mean, in times past, they will tell you it is in the pipeline. Water flowing through the pipeline, which will never come out. So for me, I think that, look, we have moved beyond rhetorics. We have moved beyond partisan politics. We have moved beyond, promises and failure. And I think that we should hit, point of delivery, point of implementations. For me, look, this issue about Akosua, which supplies the bulk of Ghana's, electricity. Why should we, as a country, sit down for this to happen to us? The suspension of the CEO, which Wanda has spoken about. You see, for me, one thing that I see with that is that, yes, for every problem within an organization, as a leader, we probably may want to take responsibility. That is fine. And within management, circles, whenever your office is hit with a calamity, especially when it has to do with financial improprieties, you are asked to step aside. But one question that keeps bothering my mind is that under this circumstance where it was a fire outbreak in a control room, a natural disaster, which, of course, people probably may not have control over it. It can just happen, all right? Can we say that it is the fault of the CEO? So somebody should say that the CEO should step down. I find it probably difficult, and it was one of the things that I was expecting the minister probably to respond to yesterday. The reasons why he's asking the CEO, to step down.
He sought to give a bit of clarity that because of the investigation, it would be good for him to step aside.
Yes, for me, that really didn't sit well. Okay, because if the control room fire, you know, he was not directly involved, all right? I find it a bit difficult understanding why he should step aside.
No, culturally, traditionally, leadership.
I've said that already.
Okay.
I've said that already. But I am only putting in this argument because I feel that it wasn't so much direct to him. What happened to the people within the control room who were on duty? People who were working within the control room. Have you heard that any of them have been asked to step down? No. Why? Because that was their office. If there is that suspicion that the CEO probably might have undermined the operations of the Akosua Dam, all right, and for that matter, he should step down and shouldn't interfere. What if it is also suspected that the people who were working in the control room, some people might have connived or condoned, you know, to probably do what happened or deliberately, you know, cause the fire. Okay, because they are the direct operators within that room. All right.
They will not have the powers to stampede the investigation, but the CEO will have the powers.
Okay.
That's quite tempting to agree with.
Okay. All right. So what it means is that the employees who were in the room may not have any facts or information to hide. That is it.
Can I
attempt to want to?
So, Doc, the issue is that the CEO takes ultimate responsibility for the assets,
the liabilities and everything
of the company.
Yeah.
And this is a major disaster.
Exactly.
Who and who was on duty? Who was to be on duty? Is there any lapses? If there were, it would fall squarely again on the lapse of the CEO or the MD, as it were. And so asking him to step aside while investigations proceed is simply saying that, don't worry, we got you covered. Let's go and do the job. If nobody is found culpable,
no, that one I understand.
It is not out of your negligence.
Yeah, that's why
it is not because you fail to manage the process.
I get it.
You
right.
get back to post.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
And I am happy that he was not forced out. The president made a suggestion.
Yeah.
He followed through by issuing a statement to say, well, I want to step out. I want to go on leave.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe perhaps hasn't even gone on leave yet. I want to go on leave. Let my deputy take over. Give him all the assurances.
Was I going on leave? Was I going on leave after
my issue? Emefa, sorry.
Even before
Emefa, sorry. Wanda.
Many people would have gone on leave.
Okay.
Wanda, my issue is that I want to understand why the people within the operational room, okay, none of them has been asked to proceed on.
No, that has already happened. Once the investigation starts, you are not coming anywhere near the facility. It's an investigation ongoing, so everybody within the circle is asked to step aside. Then the investigation.
So that is the question. That is the question I'm asking. Because throughout my readings, I've not heard.
No, it's just because they have other people substituting for them without announcing to the world.
So thanks for the clarity. Okay. So what it means is that it is not just the CEO who is affected.
Yes.
Right. Okay. That's fine. Now, my other issue with this whole thing, I mean, I'm trying to understand how Ghana can move, you know, from where we find ourselves now when it comes to energy generation, the deficits and everything, you know, to be able to move up to a standard where even if one production unit is affected, I mean, we will still be strong going forward.
We have that capacity.
Yes.
We have it.
So we have it.
Yeah, we have it.
But
we have over 5,600 installed capacity. Then peak demand. It's not up to even 4,500. So we have that.
So
it's about procurement, as I said earlier.
You see, so let's look at this one. You are saying that we have 5,000 megawatts.
Yes, installed capacity.
Installed capacity.
Yes, that's what we have.
Okay. So, which means that we even have it in excess.
Yes.
All right. Okay. But for me, Akosua is a legacy, you know, project that we have. In fact, we cannot continue to lose the legacies of Nkrumah. What I know is that Tamamoto Way is almost gone. All right? So we cannot afford Akosua to also go. Now, another issue that I have with regards to this, the managerial human resource, vigilance. Where is it? Because this huge installation, this huge facility that we depend on so much, industries depend on it, SMEs depend on it, households depend on it. I mean, the seat of government depends on it, right? Is it not proper for us as a country to see the importance of Akosua and other energy institutions so that at least for every point in time we may, I heard the minister yesterday praising the staff, saying that they've been able to do some kind of bypass, and then they've added more, about 280, without going through the mainstream, but some kind of technology bypass. It means that the expertise are there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the training, to move them further, for them to be more vigilant, to be able to carry out some kind of operational audit, daily, weekly basis, to be able to know that these are the things that need replacement, to able to ascertain and to bring to the notice of management that, look, these wires are not performing well. We need to do something. And in procurement terms, order and reorder, gaps are very important. So what I see is that we have not been proactive as a nation. The management of Akosua have not been proactive, with regards to their dealings and their day-to-day management of the facility. But rather what we are seeing is more of a reaction, okay? And we cannot run an important installation like Akosua based on reactive measures. It is bad, too bad for any serious country, to be doing this, all right? And look, I've studied the, the responses of the minister, okay? On paper, it appears good. But what is the level of commitment that the government is going to put in to ensure that we don't get back to this situation?
Be a good place. It's a good question to land on, because we all will find the answer after the timeline.
Just quick one.
Director, let me allow to respond.
You see, I was in.
I'll give you a minute. Director.
I was in Germany. A city called Saarbrücken, and people are doing this solar power. There was a particular man. He was able to connect about 20 houses with his solar private one.
Yeah.
And at the end of the month, government pay him some small amount. So all those households have been taken off the national grid.
Yeah.
Can't we allow such a private participation that if Emefa can organize solar power that can cater for about 5 houses, you should be giving some kind of incentives to encourage others to go into that, so that the load
would reduce.
It will reduce on the national.
But that's a good point you have made. But let me quickly in a minute. We have a lot of things to discuss today.
So one is that the engineer, the CEO, who was asked to step down, is due on retirement, and he was supposed to go on retirement yesterday. Because you see, when you are a CEO and you're going on retirement, the date that you go on retirement, you take your accumulated leave and go on retirement. So it was just a face-saving kind of a thing to show that the minister is doing well. He did nothing by saying he fired him. Again, there is a narrative. Yeah, he said he should step aside. When the man is indeed will not be in charge. up to today.
So what is it for the minister to want to do that? Like what is
Yes, to just show face for Ghanaians
to who?
For Ghanaians to know that he's doing well. He says step down. The man was not appointed. There is one thing that they were saying, that the man was appointed by Akufo-Addo. That is the reason.
Nobody said that. Nobody said
it. Is, you didn't say it here, but it is something that is running through. The man has been at GRIDCo for 28 years. The man has held a lot of positions, including under Akufo-Addo. He held acting CEO for 1 month. Just for 1 month. July 2021 to August. Just 1 month. Then a CEO was appointed. His current appointment as CEO was in February 2025. So it is the NDC that appointed him as CEO. This is just to clear the air.
I've got to do it.
And again,
so if it's the NDC that appointed him, and I granted that is a minister that said he should step aside, what is he saying?
There are two things that is happening. One is that NDC communicators are saying that there are people who are sabotaging the work, including Ashanti Regional Chairman of their party.
What the minister said yesterday?
I'm saying that he says that they were really sabotaging them. They were engineers from the NPP sabotaging them. And the minister followed through by saying that he had changed some engineers within Ashanti region. We did not appoint any engineer. They have been working for a longer time. Again, you see, when you talk about installed capacity, leave this to your foot soldiers on social media. That MPP has never added 1 megawatt of installed capacity.
How much have you added?
Are well read, so you should understand.
So I asked, how much have you added? That's what I said.
Let me tell you. Hold on, let me tell you.
That's what I asked you.
Go and check AXA Phase 2.
Come on.
It came on stream 110 megawatts in 2018. Amandi at Takoradi also came on stream in 2021, 202 megawatts. In fact, 1 week to the elections, one thermal plant that was inaugurated, that is Bridge Power Project at Kojo.
1 week to the election.
1 week.
2024,
19th November. The project started in 2019 and ended in 2024. And this is 200 megawatts of installed capacity. And one interesting thing about that plant
is that... What are you addressing now?
What's the installed capacity he mentioned, that we have not added installed capacity.
I never said that.
And I'm saying that we have added over 1,500. Again, on solar, when we took over, it was only 3 megawatts at Navurongo. Today, we have close to 30. At Kalio, we had done 15 megawatts of solar. That is the speaker's hometown. Again, Bui is doing 5.5. As I speak right now, Jubilee House, 60% of the electricity they use there is solar. And it was installed since 2021.
Well, what are you addressing? Because
I'm addressing
that
the
MPP
issues.
Did little to increase power generation.
And I'm telling him that within the period, we had done over 1,500
So that's
megawatts.
enough.
Yes, so that is enough. And again,
within the 8-year period.
Within the 8 years.
Within the 8-year period.
Yes.
Does this not defeat what
it doesn't.
saying?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
No problem.
It doesn't. Because at any point in time, there will be the doomsday when you have to really retrofit it and also do a lot of maintenance on it.
In the nutshell, what are we saying? We shouldn't be experiencing the kind of power outages
today. It is 3 hours, 4 hours. As I speak right now, as we were just doing this, I showed you a message.
Yeah.
Someone sent me from Tamale. As we are doing this, they have switched off their light in Tamale just right now.
So that's not a denial.
Again, he says we only started installing transformers in 2024.
You said, not him.
He said we started, and I told you that we had done a lot within the period. But I only gave you 2024.
3,000.
I only gave you the 2024 to only tell you how Napo said Dumsiesie. But in 2021, we have installed the biggest bulk distribution point in the country, the biggest, which is 540 MVA.
So, okay,
in Pokwase, which can power half of Accra.
So what's
the one in Akosua is the second.
What has happened is that you're giving me data and information, which I can verify.
Yes. I'm going to speak to them.
Our research team will do this.
Yes. I'll speak to the data.
I wouldn't speak to I wouldn't have you speak to the data.
No, why not?
I have to independently verify.
No, so when we do, you can.
No, do you know why? Because he's responding to.
Let him speak to each of them.
Which one of them?
Number one.
We have to talk about. I'm interested in why the chief of staff wept.
I will do that.
We'll get to that.
But
time is up. Quickly, 30 seconds.
Emefa, prior to 2010, okay, Ghana's energy mix has been dominantly hydro. Today, we have 66% going for thermal and something in the range of 30-31 going to hydro. And so what has happened is that the independent power producers, which is the thermal plants, have taken over our power generation as a whole.
As of 2010.
Please, can you listen to me?
We're speaking.
Can you listen to me and stop this? When I'm talking, don't interject, because I don't do that.
We should be speaking to facts.
Number two, he talks about...
Because in 2020, it was only Akosua.
I'm not going to do this with you. I won't do this with you.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to defend the electricity conversation.
I'm not going to do this.
We're doing education. People shouldn't be misled.
When I did it to it was mine. That is in it to someone.
You see, this is the reason why I said I'm not going to have either
because he will not get back to me again.
Responding or denying certain facts. Leave it to me, the independent person, to verify.
But with the issue of Amandi,
yes,
is he saying they brought Amandi in?
It came on stream in 2021. That was what I said. Did I say we?
No,
you see,
you said on stream.
I said on stream.
You said on stream. Whatever that is. What does that mean?
It means it started from somewhere and we're able to supervise for it to be completed. Okay. And I told you the one we started from 2019 to November 2024. Me, I speak to facts.
Okay, wow. You have made some.
No, is that
what I said? Please do.
Amandi signed their deal somewhere in 2016. They commissioned in 2019. So even
December 2016.
This lie is not.
December 2016.
Was it not the same
when
December?
Signed,
is it not the same December you were procuring so-called transformers?
It is on stream in 2021. I'm giving you the
same December 2024.
Let's go.
You procure transformers.
Let's go to AXA. Let's go to AXA. AXA signed in 2014. He started production in 2016.
First phase.
Can you please listen?
I said
it is the same AXA.
AXA phase 2.
It is the same AXA that caused the energy minister.
I said AXA phase 2.
AXA.
Phase 1, 2014.
When it is the same AXA that they told us that there was excess capacity, and when they were renewing their contract, they still put in that same contract.
It is America.
Oh, please.
Not AXA.
Stop this.
Okay. Guys, you have to expect a lot from me because I should be the one verifying this fact.
You can verify a fact, but when you find a political, appointee like him,
I'm not
struggling to put out figures that his government has been able to do in 8 years, then you know what is happening.
Well,
and I'm not able to tell us anything. AXA, Amandi, these are all projects that were ongoing.
Gentlemen, let's have one meeting. Everything was okay over the weekend. Our chief of staff was celebrating his 60 years anniversary, and then boom, at church, unfortunately, or fortunately, because when you're in church and you're emotional, we can't say that it is unfortunately, but whichever words that we think is the best to describe it, he shed a few tears, and for obvious reasons, for comments that one of the appointees made about the head of the Pentecost Church. Now, I appreciate and I agree. I recognize that the Pentecost Church is a whole constituency on its own. And so, of course...
one is a blackmail.
Is it?
Stop blackmailing us.
Who?
It's a whole constituency and so hot.
Who should stop blackmailing you?
The statement you are making. It's a blackmail.
Okay.
It's a blackmail. We are talking about national issues, and then you are saying it's a whole constituency. So we should not talk about that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. In fact, it is because it's because we're talking about serious issues. That's why I'm telling you that.
No, why you were going to land?
Are you by your comments?
I've even landed. Both of you, I have.
Where you have gotten to know? Are you suggesting that on a light channel? Are you suggesting that by your comments? For where you ended before he came in.
I haven't ended. Where you chose to end, but proceed.
Well, I haven't interjected.
Okay.
That the tears, as it were, from the chief of staff was because of the Pentecost.
Is that the
because you mentioned
that
you mentioned that you understand is a huge constituency. That's his church, for crying out loud.
I came
but what's wrong with that?
Mm-hmm. And so what's the constituency about?
No, but what's wrong with? But
that's what
I'm
he
not
was
talking
trying to
about
talk
a
about.
constituency that votes, by the way.
No,
I use constituency by based on English word.
Wanda,
I'm saying that you say that
probably if I can infer from what Emefa meant, in voting circles,
yes,
we look at segments.
I am not.
I'm coming. We look at segments.
I respect that.
Yes, and then we look at where political parties may pitch a strength.
I respect that.
All right. So the population is what she was referring to.
I'm not against that.
So, I'm not talking about voting. I'm talking about, I should use community.
I'm not even talking about any of that. I'm only saying that you are talking about somebody in TS and somebody in consistency.
That's what I'm saying. I
think that if
let them finish the
explain that.
Listen to me would be somewhere. I started by saying that the chief of staff himself, it was a happy day for all of us.
Good, yes.
Did you not hear that one?
Yes,
did that tickle you? It didn't.
Not me.
It was
the one who
birthday.
interjected. Yes.
Everything was going well. In fact, I also said that when a person shed tears in church, some may describe it unfortunate, some may also describe it very fortunate.
It cannot be unfortunate.
Then I am also saying that while I recognize that the Church of Pentecost is a whole constituency. When I say a constituency, I'm not talking about constituency that's on its journey to vote. It's a whole community on its own. Sure. It's not even about voting or anything. I'm talking about community.
Sure.
I decided to use the political word in terms of English, if you'd indulge me a bit. That what drew the emotions? Yesterday, I was on this platform asking that as a community or as a country, we talk about toxic masculinity. That it is quite surprising when a man cries or a man sheds tears and all of that. But today we're here asking the question, why did our chief of staff weep in church?
Okay.
You can, both of you can explain.
Let me come.
Okay. Are we on the same page?
We are okay. Number one, let's also take this opportunity to wish the chief of staff a happy belated birthday. The tears. You could see that Honorable Julius is the class prefect of the government. Are you getting it?
What is the family head?
He's the class prefect, let me say that. The whole government entirely is a class. So he's the class prefect, aside the headmaster and the assistant head. So he's the class prefect. Okay. He should make sure everything in the class is okay. Are you getting it? For the statement, which we say is unfortunate, though when we decide to go into what she said, I mean, there will be a reason for that. And I'm not going to justify that reason. But what I want to say is that Christians in this country, we are so hypocrite that we do some kind of selective thing. Are you getting it? Me, I'm not afraid saying that. The men of God in this country, they have pushed us to where we are today. When we were growing up, who dare you to come and then disrespect a man of God? Who dare you? Your catechist in your community, how can you go and then disrespect your catechist, who is not a reverend minister, let alone the reverend minister?
Even choir masters.
Even choir masters. Are you getting it? But where are we today? We were in this country. Someone sat on social media calling a big man of God, an armed robber. Saying one thing.
It's not everything I hear, to be honest.
Let me mention him. Bono regional chairman of MPP, Abronye. Mention Duncan Williams' name. I mean, go and listen to it. Nobody in this country was able to come out and say that, oh, this our guy, what he said about this man, we are sorry about that.
Not even his party members.
Not even his party members. Not even his party members.
They actually joined him too.
Are you getting it? A lot of people. Archbishop Agyeman-Rawlings, Dr. Rawlings Tete, Apostle General Sam Kranchianga. Look at the insult. The insult was coming from particular quarters. And none of their elders were able to say that, men of God, we are sorry for what our kids are doing. It will not happen again. And they tell you, hey, don't do it again. It never happened in this country. So, to get someone, a chief of staff, seeing that this thing may be a slip. Look, there was a time under President Akufo-Addo. Chairman Nyamiche and some selected reverend ministers, they went to Galamsey site. They said, this is not good. This thing will be some kind of spiritual thing. Let us pray. They came back. Reverend Nyamiche or Apostle Nyamiche declared 3 days fasting and prayer across the Pentecost churches that they should pray for Galamsey to cease. It was good. Are you getting it? Recently, he made the comment that, this time they don't do baptism in rivers because of the activities of Galamsey.
This is the context of the conversation we're having.
It's true that all our river bodies are being destroyed. But the question is, the time you went there to pray, the rivers were already destroyed. That statement did not come. Are you getting it? So at times, the way we put our statement and then the timing will bring some of these things. I will never encourage that we should speak against men of God in this country. No matter what the Azan ones and that thing, we should not talk against them. Because the tag man of God is on him. So let's respect them as it is. I can't say, baby, Uncle Papa, and you trade. But I am happy that Julius Debra took it upon himself to apologize. Apologizing, you could see that sincerely it comes from his heart.
Okay.
Why? Because he's also a member of Pentecost Church.
Okay.
Yes. Are you getting it? He's a member of Pentecost Church. So if that thing against his chairman, his apostle, it will hurt him.
So basically, bottom line, he was hurt by the comments.
By the comments, yes, by the comments. But Emefa, sincerely, sincerely. Okay, you let me.
Maybe I will call it.
But I don't want to, erase the apology. So let me leave it there.
Okay. Because you introduce him as a class prefect, I would have talked to a class prefect. There are people who write their things, you give it to your teacher, and then they are punished. Me, I've not seen a class prefect before. Anyway, yeah.
The chief of staff demonstrated goodwill. He demonstrated humility, candor, and honesty. And I want to salute him for that. Don't forget, that was the last end of the celebrations. There was a party prior to that, and then they went to church to thank God. Obviously, it's an emotional moment because you are 60 years old. And you just showed this picture. He looks so handsome. He looks so clean. I know people who are 60 and tired already. I know people who are 60 are bedridden. I know people who are 60 are sick. I know people who are 60 and can't do anything for themselves. But for him to be 60, very buoyant, very young-looking, very dynamic, and very honest, I think that is fair. We have lived in this country where a whole president can insult a whole institution, a chieftaincy institution. My paramount chief in Aflau was insulted in a radio station. Yeah? Togbi Fiti was insulted in a radio station by a sitting president, and nothing happened. We have had chiefs in programs where the president is using his left hand, to add them together. What did he say? What did he say?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Was he praising him? Did what he said look like a praise to the
If you're not praising,
what you are doing?
Hello.
What are you doing?
It was an insult.
What was an insult to the president, to the paramount chief of an area who is asking for nothing, that a project should be finished, and you tell him if he wants, he should go and finish it himself.
So I see that.
So please.
So I see that.
So please.
I see that we're discussing.
The disrespect.
We're discussing the symptoms of the problem.
The disrespect to our institutions is what I'm talking about. No. I don't care what language the former president used. What I do care.
Disrespect and all.
But the fact
of the matter is that.
Can I land?
Not every time you land. Let's taxi.
Okay.
Let's taxi.
Okay.
You don't have to land every day.
Uber.
Let's taxi. Okay.
Uber. Yes.
So I'm saying that the Church of Pentecost, the head, what he said, was it offensive to trigger that comment for our chief of staff?
Why are you going to this when the chief of staff has brought an end to this matter?
He brought an end to
by apology.
He brought an end to an apology.
But the apostle himself has also accepted the apology. Why are you opening the wounds?
I'm not discussing.
I'm not going to open the wounds with you, Emefa.
I'm talking about.
I am not going to go there.
No, where? Which part?
Where you are telling me that does it trigger whatever?
No. Are you hearing me today?
Yes, I heard you.
No, I'm asking you that the Church of Pentecost leader, what he said about Galamsey, was it offensive? Yes or no? I'm not talking.
I'm not interested. I'm not the headmaster to be marking scripts on this program. I am saying that it was that bad, and that is why the chief of staff.
What was that bad?
Whatever it was, the drama was that bad, and that's where the chief of staff took the onus responsibility on himself to honestly apologize. I'm not going to open wounds. And in response, the apostle himself has come out to say, apology accepted. In our culture, once an end has been brought to a matter, it ends there. For me, I'm not going to go into that.
Apostle is even happy that the lady has made him popular and the Church of Pentecost popular.
Okay.
Those are not my words.
No,
I mean, those are his words.
He said
when Abronya made that.
While you come, Doc, when I come to you, the answer which I'm seeking is, I'm not talking about who offended who. I'm talking about the substance of his comments. That's what I want to discuss. We've not. What have we gone past?
The one who the statement has been directed to has accepted, and we have moved on.
Wonder.
You are crying more than the bereaved, though. They have buried.
No, we are discussing it, so it's in line. It's in line.
I'm talking about the substance of the comment, whether or not.
I'm not going to analyze that.
I'm not actually indulging.
Yes.
It's a Doc's question, but
Doc, don't analyze that.
When Abronya made that unsavory statement.
Which one?
Against Duncan Williams, the party came with a statement from the General Secretary apologizing for the man and disassociating ourselves from that statement.
Okay,
this is a matter of public records you can
share. That's good to know.
That is one. Two is that I am shocked and surprised that someone will say that the MPP runs down clergy and chiefs and so on who were in this
public record.
When Professor Mante, Onyina, and others were run down by the NDC's communications machinery. Are
you able to mention one person? Director here mentioned one.
Others said a lot of things against the cathedral. Cathedral.
Kojo who said talking about Reverend Mante, and you say cathedral.
When is your party member now?
Reverend Mante was 2016.
The interjections are coming again.
Today he was in fact.
But Reverend Mante's comment 2016. Why are you mentioning cathedral?
You
asked him to mention one person and he said Sami Jamfi, cathedral. He just did listen.
Okay.
Put him on a strict check.
I mentioned a lot of 3 people. I said Professor Mante. I said Professor Onyina. I mentioned that these are people who took to the cleaners in the past. Not necessarily the cathedral.
By who?
In 2016, you are confirming that in 2016, the man was run down by the NDC's entire machinery.
You see?
You get it? So I am surprised that today you are talking about MPP doing that. It is not in our really books to run down any clergy in this country. We love them. And we have worked with them over time. There's a reason we were really building that cathedral. And God being so good, 2029, if Dr. Baumia takes over, we'll complete it.
What are you talking about? The cathedral?
Yes, we'll complete it. Because we sank a lot of money into it, and we have to complete it for the country. That's very important. Who is that?
You sank a lot of money and you want to complete it?
Yes, because
some pastors
are you
go
hearing
to jail
yourself
on that.
Yes, because you see, we have
sank a lot of money and you want to complete it.
Some men of God must go to jail on cathedral. Some men of God must go to jail.
Okay,
there is no one standing trial. I'm saying that we have that
Are you almost saying pit?
No, not the pit. No, I'm saying that we have dug the foundation. We have used a lot of iron rods under it. And again, as I speak, there is no adverse findings that says that indeed that work there is merit that amount of money we have sunk in. There's no adverse finding. International accounting firms had confirmed that indeed whatever was spent has been spent.
It was not true.
Which firm?
It was not true.
Okay. Director,
it was not true.
Director, I wonder, do you see why I wasn't indulging the bit of the symptoms of the problem? Because the real issue is a matter of galamsey, which the man of God said, whether or not he's a man of God or not.
He's a man of God.
Issue. I'm talking about whether it is a man of God. I'm talking about the real issue as to whether what he said whether it's substantiated is something we can discuss. Because if we don't deal with that, we're going to be going to who said what about a man of God in the past and all, which is what I
what Apostle said was not it's not wrong. So it's a fact.
But you confirmed that. It was Wanda who was shying away from that. But anyway, please land and let me go to Doc.
But the time
is up.
So what I'm saying is what happened in the church is a political setting that the man went there to do.
Who?
The chief of staff. What did he do there?
It is his birthday. It was his birthday.
And he went and was weeping for the cameras.
Have you not wept?
After that, he went and boogied.
Come on, please.
The same place. 1. 2 is that he said the statement was a slip. My goodness, it was not a slip. I watched the entire show. For like 30 minutes of the entire program, she went there purposely to run down the man. She did not mention a single thing that she had done in the last 15 years in her agency. She went there to just run down the man.
Who treat you like a politician. That one too. What is it?
If it's not a slip, the apology still
he
suffice.
did not also apologize. She apologized with a condition. She said,
the chief of staff.
You see, it is not about the chief of staff. If you sleep here and you refuse to apologize, and your general manager goes somewhere and wept, what has he done?
If only Freeman had apologized for all the...
Your general manager
apologizes. Is it where the apology comes from?
Your general manager is supposed to go with you.
But then I'm going to borrow Wanda's words. Are we crying more than the bereaved? The person who... Are we crying more than the bereaved? The person whom feels that this woman has said something against, says that he holds nothing against him.
The reason he didn't say that too. What he said, because I have the video. He said he spoke for 45 minutes and did not mention the woman because it's not important to him. It was after the apology by the chief of staff that he said, as for that woman,
said he has nothing against the woman.
No, he said she has even made me popular. Such
if
people,
he had
I don't respond to them.
If he said that if he had anything against, if he had anything against the woman, when he spoke for 45 minutes, he would have said something about the woman.
It's a such people. I don't respond to them. This is why he swears. This is a professor. It's a such people. I don't respond to them because he heard the apology. The woman did not apologize. You see that woman.
No, we're not going there.
No, I'm saying she is on public record that she has insulted Samira Bawumia on the same show. Yes, on the same show. She will always go.
What is wrong about that?
Okay, I have just...
What is wrong about that?
What is wrong about that?
What is wrong about that?
What is wrong about that? That she goes to radio station just to run people down.
You sitting here, haven't you insulted John Mahama and go before?
I have never insulted John Mahama.
Oh, please,
I've never insulted.
Stop that, stop that. Stop that hypocrisy.
In my DNA.
Stop that hypocrisy.
Genetic makeup to insult anyone.
Dog, I have just 2 minutes.
Listen to Ghanaians for many years now.
This is a news because the moment talking against a man of God.
The moment.
Going through.
All right.
You are a field director indeed.
Okay, so please let me finish. Let me finish. Is this so?
You know that your mics are off.
Okay. What about you don't want me? I'm your flow brother. Please. I'm your flow brother. So. The fact is that, you see, I'm looking at this thing from cultural, political perspective. And I have to be very honest, as far as this issue is concerned. My reason for my disposition is that insult in politics is becoming a serious canker, where if you are not careful, in fact, we've seen some examples where our young ones openly can insult elders. And it sounds as if that we are actually losing our moral, cultural, relevance. So we need to speak to this issue. For me, I felt that Dr. Mary Usi was not in control of the issue she was going to address. And she allowed herself for the host of the show, to direct her. Apparently, she fell into an unguided trap. Beyond that, she did well by apologizing. But if you analyze the content of the apology, the if condition wasn't necessary. Why? Because she is now putting a condition that if Ghanaians feel that she was at fault, she's asking for withdrawal and apology.
No, but is that strange?
Yes, it is.
In our traditional setup,
no.
In our traditional setup,
that's why I'm saying
we have a strong conviction that what she said.
That is why I'm saying that I have only 2 minutes. So
I'll borrow some 30 minutes. No,
but in tea you don't do that.
No, hold on.
In English,
okay.
All of them even this man.
So you wait. So you wait. That's why I said culture. Okay. I've stayed in Aflao for 10 years, more than 10 years.
But you didn't marry from Aflao. It's not nice.
I had a girlfriend.
You didn't try.
Do you have my baby boy?
I ate Aflao food. So, you see, I understand the tradition, right? I respect the tradition. And I don't see so much of a difference between the Ewe tradition and that of the Akan tradition. Okay. Now, if you are speaking, this is linguistics, and then you put a condition. If you feel, if you know, or if you think that I have wronged you. In other words, I have shifted my position to you. And it is left to your judgment. You understand? That is why I'm saying that it didn't sit well with me. The if condition didn't sit well.
It has been part of our
so that is what makes it wrong. Okay. The fact that we have lived with a certain tradition doesn't make it right. All right. So for me, I think that looking at how far she has come, her background in sociology, her background in adult education should have prompted her to put that context properly. Okay.
That's anti-action training.
My next thing is that I don't take it from the chief of staff because he actually played a fatherly role.
Thank you.
Okay. So in the Akan tradition,
that's your candidate.
When your child goes wrong, you probably will go to the people and apologize on behalf of your child.
But sometimes you
that
send
is
the
very
child
important.
there. You will live long.
I'm coming. Why are you taking my words away from me? Let me build my points systematically.
You will live long.
Thank you, sir. That's why I said you are my brother.
Live long.
You see, so doing that wasn't wrong in the first place. When people are talking about the chief of staff, shedding tears, at that point, I saw that level of emotions setting in. And the explanation of the emotions was the fact that he belonged to that same church. And the leadership of Pentecost Church perceive him within that high level, light. So the chief of staff was somebody who administratively takes care of the president's appointees. For the chief of staff to have a subordinate who will go and insult the head of his church, it didn't sit well with the chief of staff. And so he felt that it was a slipper.
Yeah.
Okay, so she slipped. That's understandable. So that didn't sit well with the chief of staff. And for that reason, why he felt that if me, Julius, Deborah, will not insult, why would my subordinate do that? So that brought out that kind of emotion.
Thank you.
And the apology, like I said earlier,
is.
Oh. But what I was expecting the chief of staff to have done, I felt that if the chief of staff had taken the woman
to the place,
it would have brought. Please, I'm coming.
This is a church.
No, I've given a condition that
one will do it.
The father can. I'm coming. I'm coming.
You see, it would have been settings.
So I don't want to. No. I'm not.
What you are talking about?
No. I'm talking. I've not referred. I have not referred.
Settings is just a feature on the phone.
I've not referred to him.
Use the word.
No.
The government is engaging settings.
Now you are letting.
I have not referred to Awa. So don't.
Awa, they don't refer because Awa is the one who
don't go fall for it.
Academics, when we are writing and we want to make reference, we cite people. I've not cited him. Intest. Yeah. So this one is an intest citation. Okay. I have not cited him. So don't take me to Awa's corridors.
No.
So what I'm saying is that from the same tradition, all right, you could take your son or your ward to where he committed or she committed the wrong.
No, but does this fall in that context? Because it was his birthday celebration.
That's what I'm saying.
He went for a birthday celebration.
That is why I'm saying that. And please
let him.
Wonder. That is why I'm saying that I am leaving out the platform. Because if I'm going to discuss the platform like we are saying or asking, then that would be a kind of a complicated analysis. That's why I'm taking it out.
Okay.
But let's not.
No, that's why I'm taking it out. Please. So what I'm saying is that if the chief of staff thought, proud leaving the house, that I will do this as part of my process, then it would have been better to take the woman. Because in that sense, it could have buried the entire process. It could have brought closure.
Yeah, and
we would have
also have.
Please. You could have brought closer.
There's no reference. Asking for help. Dog, please, man. I just have 30 seconds.
I have my points down. Awa, I wonder, I don't understand.
I want to support you.
No, Awa.
You have not been cited. Awa, you are bad.
Not about an important point. Yes. Yes.
Gibson is very quiet.
Yes.
Listening.
A very quiet.
Why is it that you want to talk?
Very quiet man. Please, are we landing so that
I am going.
Okay.
So.
All right, let's go.
So, you see, I felt that if the chief of staff had taken her, it would have concluded the entire process. Okay. Now people are asking for an extension of the process. All right. Which for me, if the woman was there, if she was there even without speaking, it would have ended the entire process. Then, of course, those who are arguing that the woman, through her apology, didn't express that kind of complete remorse, probably would have known that, okay, she is even part of the process. All right. So for me, yes, I think that is it.
Okay.
Chief of staff has done the needful. And I feel that it should be a signal. Okay, not that alone, but I'm coming on. We want to see a situation where yes, the chief of staff would
eventually take her.
No, I'm not saying she should.
Okay.
He should probably sack her. Okay, as people have asked, but I feel that he should speak with him. You see, there's that bit of the code of conduct.
Dog, with that area, you may have to do a part 2 of it because then it invites other legs of people. We're wishing somebody a birthday. Please unmute him.
We have brought a closure to this matter. The chief of staff has done very well by apologizing. It was not settings. The chief of staff didn't go out there just because he wants to create an image for the public.
You said you wanted to wish somebody.
Yeah, no, what he
we have brought closure to it. No, we brought closure to
but
it.
Finally, a friend of mine, he's called Alfred Awoni from Bongo.
Okay.
Watching for some time now.
That's my brother.
I've missed him so much.
Yes,
and, it's been 8 years or so.
All right. I haven't
seen him, so.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much.
Let me also say good morning to Togbi Fiti.
Yes.
And then that's right. And then Togbi Ahuma III of Atiavi.
Okay.
Then Honorable Togbi Dan Abudapi.
And Togbi-Addo.
And Togbi-Addo.
Thank you so much. There's more on the show. Please stay.
When news breaks, there's no pause button. With fast-moving, developing stories, decisions are unfolding, and the nation is watching. This is News Desk, with a very fast and precise tone and attitude, 1 hour. The biggest stories, the clearest facts, politics, governance, security, the economy, not rumors, not speculation, but verified news.
It's clear that the people wanted to change the will of the people of Pandai, but the Supreme Court has affirmed the will of the people.
Backed by context, sharpened by analysis. Here, headlines are not enough. We go beyond the what to ask the why and the what next. Decision makers are questioned, policies are examined, and the facts are allowed to speak without fear, without favor. This is News Desk on Joy News. Independent, fearless, credible.
As 2030 approaches, it is time to assess and celebrate the SDG achievements of women.
He4She champions and organizations in Africa and the diaspora.
Women in Sustainability Africa, WISA, in partnership with the UN Global Compact, the Ministry of Gender,
Children and Social Protection Ghana, the Office of the Minister of State for Climate Change and Sustainability Ghana,
University of Ghana Department of Economics and EIB Network presents
the second Women in Sustainability Africa WISA Festival under the theme Empowering Women for the Economic Sustainability of Africa.
Date Friday, 1st May 2026. Time 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Venue City Conference Center, University of Ghana, Legon.
This is a call to support and amplify the effort of women,
He4She champions, women groups, NGOs,
corporate institutions, and civil society organizations leading gender and SDG efforts across Africa and the diaspora.
Special guest of honor, Honorable Agnes Namomolate,
Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection Ghana.
Guest of honor, Honorable Isifu Seidu,
Minister of States for Climate Change and Sustainability Ghana.
Convener Nana Yasewa Sapon, Founder and President, Women in Sustainability Africa.
Special guest, Professor Priscilla Chumesi Bafo,
Associate Professor, University of Ghana, Department of Economics.
Tolulope Louis Tamoka, and Dr. Mrs. Gifty Owusu Ezekiel.
Special guest, Bishop E.O. Ansah, General Overseer, Eternal Life Church. Special guest, Nilgun Zaimoglu, President, Women's Development Association, Kajiga, Turkey.
Ambassador Dr. Mercy Gilbert, Ajwa Ajaychun,
Dr. Charity Binka.
Guest speakers, Juliet Ibrahim,
Madam Charity Akotia,
Lydia Abe,
Pearl Poku,
Yayra Agbofa,
Queen Mothers Association of Ghana. Performances, look out for sustainable fashion performance by Revival.org and the ladies from Kantamanto Upcyclers Association.
Music performance by Lali and Lola, and comedy performance by Jacinta. Sponsors, APSA, Nestle, Beaver Drinks, Saks by Boundary Road,
GH Media School, Shape Healthcare, Media Partners, Nigeria, Zambia, Kenya, Uganda, Ghana.
Register for free at www.womeninsustainabilityafrica.org for more information.
WhatsApp or call 0202 733 1444.
The food chain can change the price and size of what you eat. Technology has changed the face of farming, but how is Ghana plugging in? Join Jesse Aram Agbakpo, Emmanuel Bright Kweku on the food chain as they project startups in the agri sector, highlights the gains and plight of industry players while engaging with experts for more insights in agri-related issues. Food chain, everything agriculture and more, as during the Joy Business Report every Thursday at 1 p.m. on Joy FM and every Saturday at 6 p.m. on the Joy News channel, with a repeat on Tuesdays at 2:30 p.m.
All right, welcome back from the break. So the AM show. Let's talk about, innovation, fintech, and what have you. There is a summit coming up here in Accra. It's called the 3i Africa Summit. And I've had two people coming from the Bank of Ghana, the people who regulate our banking sector. They are here. We're going to ask you one or two questions to help us into understanding what this 3i is about. Oreku Asare is acting head of fintech and innovation department, Bank of Ghana, and the summit manager. Oreku, good morning.
Good morning.
You good?
Excellent.
On your excellency. Sharon Rose Delali Litha is head innovation promotion office, fintech and innovation department, BOG, and 3i Africa Summit project lead. Good morning, Delali. You're good?
Yes, I'm very
okay.
Glad to be here.
Good to have you. It's good that we have women blessing our morning, Let me start with you, Oreku. If we say 3i Summit, what is it and what do you seek to achieve?
Okay. There's been a lot of events, summits, symposiums around fintech. What we've realized is that we need to be able to bring impact. We need to be able to bring value to those that attend and the countries that host it. So we realized that we needed to be intentional about 3i. 3i simply means innovation, investment, and impact. So when you innovate and you have the required investment, we expect you to achieve the exact impact for the targets that you're looking for. Yeah, so I think that has been our posture. We just don't want to have a talk shop and get people to attend. We want individuals coming from we currently have over 60 countries attending to be able to have the right value out of the engagement related to innovation, what investment can bring on board, and then impact that to achieve.
So what you want to achieve is what exactly?
Okay, so we have different layers. Okay, in terms of innovation, we are talking about what cross-border value exchange can bring. Because today, Kojo, I can tell you, moving money from Ghana to just Togo next door is almost impossible for the MSMEs. So what we are trying to achieve is to make sure that we have that level of engagement where innovators can create a platform that can achieve that. There are a lot of talks around crypto, there are a lot of talks around virtual assets.
Yeah.
How do we do this in a well-regulated environment? Okay, I'm sure we are even tired of the phrase financial inclusion. Okay, we need to ensure that we are moving from financial inclusion to financial health, so that those that are not within the space be able to access finance, be able to have that opportunity. So the engagement is just targeted at having the right impact for the respective target markets.
I mean, anytime I hear something like this, I go like, okay, so if I come to such a summit and I have a great idea, am I getting funding? Am I getting someone who's in there with funds who to say, okay, I'm going to invest into your startup or something? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of impact, last 2024, we actually had over $50 million investment coming to some of these fintechs to be able to create the right innovation for the desired impact.
Okay.
We expect this to go up because we're having investor communities coming, joining us just to understand what they can invest into.
Okay.
You know the investment climate, the rates are sliding down. So everybody's looking at other opportunities where they can actually put their money into.
Again, there should be a theme for it.
Yes.
Around what theme are you doing this year?
Africa as a whole, we've had a bit of fragmentation when it comes to digital finance. We thought that this year we need to be intentional. So we are looking at the next frontier should be shaping Africa's integrated fintech future. So that's the theme.
Okay, African fintech.
Shaping Africa's integrated fintech future. We want to make sure that the fintechs are aligned because today we have issues with regulatory asymmetry. Regulations in Ghana is significantly different from regulations next door. So it becomes challenging for you to be able to literally passport something from Ghana to Togo. So what we are doing, I'm sure viewers, you might have heard about our licensing passporting with Rwanda. And this was actually launched in 2024 during fintech, fintech, yes. And what we've done is we've piloted this. This year, we are going to have a lot more announcements. So for viewers who want to know about this and also take advantage of this, I will kindly request that you join us.
Okay. I have a fintech in Takra there. My friend, he calls it Nasika. I think Nasika should take her. And Nasika is something you guys should help because they're doing some extraordinary stuff in terms of helping people save. And you don't go there physically, you just do it by your phone, you know. So,
let me personally invite Nasika to 3 Africa Summit because the value that Nasika will get out of 3i will be phenomenal.
Okay, all right. So Ralph and Chelsea, this is for you. Come for the 3i and then someone can put money in Nasika. I know you guys are doing some wonderful jobs, but when you come here, it will be good for you. Let me bring you in. This question, I have a belief in it. That because when I was in school, we used to say, when you want to talk about conferences and ideas, Ghana is rich, we do it. But then we keep it on the shelves. Implementation is zero. So when you want people to come for this event, we'll come and talk, but nothing really happens. How different is 3i from all of this?
Yeah, so thank you so much. 3i is significantly different because of how we've curated or structured the whole program. So as Oriko has said earlier, we have investor-partner relationships. There are dialogues that bring together public-private conversations together to sort of start to see where industry sits and where like regulators see so that we can all be in the room. There's been investor matchmaking. There are investors that are coming. So there are panels that are talking about what are the problems, the challenges, why we are not getting the right investment into Africa, into Ghana. How can we correct that? Is it policy? Is it like the structural design of our environments? And of course, when we talk about conversations, we want people to come with the experience to share what they are doing. So we have the founders sessions where they can come and share what they are doing. So, for example, how you've mentioned the Nashika.
Oh, Nashika.
It's something that could come up and it could be talked about so people can hear about it. And if there are investors in the room, they can actually match together. Then there are networking events. So we are curating this to make sure that there is enough time for people to be able to meet each other, to be able to talk about some of the things that are dear to them. So not just sitting in the room talking about panels or fireside conversations. No, we want people to be able to like connect with each other so that they can actually take some of the things that they're doing. Now, one of the things that we also want to do for the summit is also to take the learnings, the conversations that have come up, and also structure into like actionable points so that by the time we get to the next one, we can actually take where we were and where we are. So from what Oriku also said, we have like a very tangible outcome of the 2024 summit, which was the license passporting. This was an MOU that was signed on stage at 2024. And then today we actually have 4 licenses that have come out of that pilot. So we are looking to actually engage more African countries to be able to come on board. And so this is something that we want to do. We're thinking about how do we invest as well. So we need funding to come into. So if people hear about it, then they can actually be able to invest in it. So these are some of the things that we are doing differently.
Well, for a young man like me who has some business ideas, I would want to ask, from the 2024 experience, you've mentioned the passport anyway, but in terms of MSMEs, are there stories of impact from 2024?
Yes, so in 2024, we also launched, so we had there was this partnership with the MAS, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and Bank of Ghana and Development Bank Ghana, where we had SMEs to be given like funding or credit for them to be able to expand their businesses in Asia, specifically in Singapore. So this was one of the other things that also came out of that. So we went into a sandbox environment where we were able to disburse over 50 million. It's actually more than that, but and then that pilot has ended and people are paying.
So these are Ghanaian companies?
Yeah, these are Ghanaian companies that have been given credit from the, we call it the GIFE project, the Ghana Integrated FinTech ecosystem project. So those monies have been disbursed to Ghanaian Ghanaian SMEs. We've had cashew sellers. We've had like other woodworks. There are a lot of other SMEs that have been in this. And the more we talk about these stories, the more we are able to like get more people to be actually be involved in it.
Yeah. So at this 3i Summit, which is coming up, are there topics that you've prepared tailored towards what the market demands to drive the sort of results that we are anticipating?
Of course. So top of mind is actually the virtual assets. So everybody's talking about cryptocurrencies, everybody's talking about stable coins, everybody's talking about tokenization. So, of course, we cannot have 3i Africa Summit without those conversations. But what we are actually doing is like curating in a special way. So we have the supervising of virtual assets. We have the industry that is coming into like a new market to tokenize assets. So you can tokenize your farm. You can tokenize yourself if you want. So there is a lot that is like in the market. So we have conversations around that. So regulating like stable coins, tokenization, and also industry catalyzation. What can we provide, the regulatory environment for us to be able to get all these new products from virtual assets coming in? So Bank of Ghana actually outdoored and signed up the virtual asset bill. So right now it's in. We've actually done that, but we are now about to operationalize it. So even in operationalizing, we are put a few entities into a sandbox environment. So we're actually going to have a demo of what some of them are doing during the summit for people to come and see like what the new areas of products like virtual assets can bring in. We also have cross-border payments. Oriku talked about how it's very difficult for you to send money across borders. I mean, Togo is just here, but you have people carrying like money to Togo before they can be able to transact, or through informal channels where you could lose your value or cash. So we want to bring all those conversations together so that the consumer can be able to make transactions seamless. If you talk about digital payments and you can't send money to like probably your family member that is in Apla when I am in Keta or something, that is not right? So we are looking at the regulatory environment, the policy environment, the macroeconomic issues surrounding like why these are not working together. And then we also have consumer protection, digital credit. So digital credit is also another thing the Bank of Ghana has outdoored. So we want to have conversations surrounding that. Let me mention here that there will be a workshop as well around the virtual assets bill that has been passed, so people can come in and kind of understand how we are operationalizing the bill. And then we have other sessions. So we have a podcast for founders to share their stories. We have an African market as well. This is not like a conversation per se, but we want to also showcase like made in Ghana goods. So we have an African market where people can come around. Yeah, because we have a lot of visitors coming to.
How do we do that? Because I have rice. I would want want to bring
You have what?
EVV rice. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yeah, I have.
Yes.
Okay, we can.
Well, I have, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see whether we can have some space for that at the African market.
Because of this interview, please.
Sure. Sure. So there are so many conversations that we are planning to have.
All right, cool. Let me start with you.
Okay.
What are the key messages that you want Ghanaians to take away from this?
I think the key message I want Ghanaians to take away from the 3I is to be able to let's come together, let's innovate together, and let's ensure that we have the right impact. I just want to also highlight that we are very, very conscious of traffic during the 3I. So we've made provisions for park and ride. So you can park at University of Ghana Stadium, and then fully air-conditioned bus, branded with a motorcade, will take you to Destiny Arena. And that's the location of the 3I Africa Summit. I'm yet to see such a convention center that is better than Destiny Arena. So if you want to experience anything, I know we are used to conference center, but unfortunately, conference center is under renovation. Fortunately for us, we had a better version of conference center, and I believe that when you get into Destiny Arena, the ambience and the engagement will let you feel at home, and you also can learn something.
All right. What you want to add? We're done.
Yeah, so I just want to say, like, people should come to Destiny Arena, and there will be, like, great conversations to be had. As I said, African Market is there. There'll be a food court as well where people can be able to have lunch during the sessions. They should just come and enjoy.
So we forgot to mention it's coming on from the
6th to 8th May.
Of May.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
What is interesting is that we have an invitational golf tournament on the 5th of May.
All right.
So golfers, we have limited space, but you can come around and celebrate with us. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, let me add one last thing. There is the signature beach rave after the summit. We cannot leave here without talking about that. That is on the 8th. In the evening, the venue will be communicated. And then there are other side events as well through the evenings of the day. They will be on the agenda on the website.
You'll come and party, don't
Definitely.
All right. Oreku Asare is acting head of FinTech and Innovation Department, Bank of Ghana, and he's a summit manager for 3I African Summit. Sharon Rose Delali Litha is head Innovation Promotion Office, FinTech and Innovation Department, Bank of Ghana, and also the 3I Africa Summit project lead. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming on the show. All right? Okay, all right then. This is it. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with much more here on the AM show. Do stay with us. back again, and this time around, let's celebrate a young girl who did so much or did so well in a competition called the annual Blooming Mind Young Writers Arts Awards and Runaway Show. And I've been joined in the studio by, let me take my time, Hosedem Yawa Bejra. Is that it? I got it right? Okay. She's the winner of the Blooming Mind Young Writers Award, Short Stories and Poetry, Category B. And joining her is Mrs. Thelma Ofosu-Asamoah, founder, Blooming Mind Young Writers Award. Good morning to you.
Thank you for having us.
So let's start from you. I don't understand, what's the purpose of this award?
Well, the Young Writers and Arts Award is just celebrating young people who are creatives, just young creatives in our society. Children who are creative with writing and those who are creative with arts. And Hosedem here is one of the winners for the younger category, which is the 6 to 10 years. It's short stories and poetry. So the goal behind this is to help our young people to build the skills that are analytical, they build the skills that are inquisitive, and young people are able to create from the things that they see around, tell our African story our way. So we take control of our narrative. The idea is for young people like Hosedem and the rest of them to be out there, go out every day, see what happens in everyday Accra, everyday Ghana, and be able to create a story from it and tell our stories the way we want our stories to be told.
All right, Hosedem, what do you write about?
Okay, so my story was about a girl called Abena, and her parents were Mrs. Angela Nweti and Mr. Afo Nweti, and they were known as the poorest family in their village called Bobrapa.
Okay, so what sort of message were you trying to put across?
Okay, so the message I was trying to put across was how people suffer to become successful in life.
Wow. And you wrote this?
Yes, please.
Imaginatively? Great. So what does this award mean to you? You've won it. So what does it do to you, or what has it been doing to you?
It makes me feel happy and encourages myself to continue writing and winning awards.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in the future?
Okay, so I see myself in a building where young writers come and write to their imagination.
Huh? Okay. I'm curious about that. And how do you intend achieving that?
By making people write to encourage others to also come and write.
Okay. So what will you tell young people out there like you who are watching you this morning?
Okay, so my message for young people out there is to achieve their goals and become who they want to be in the future.
But I'm sure in achieving the goal, it comes with a certain kind of, or it depends on you per se, what the person does. So what will you tell the young person out there to do in order to achieve that goal that he or she is dreaming about?
Okay, so your dream, it depends on learning. So if you want to become who you want to be in the future, you must learn hard to achieve it.
What's the name of your school?
The name of my school is Accra Grammar School.
What class are you?
I'm in grade 5 Nobles.
Grade 5 is what? Class 5, is that it?
Yes.
Grade
5.
Wow. That's solid. Well done.
Thank you.
All the best to you, okay? All right. So, what is the next stage, or what should we expect of Young Minds? It's called Young Writers and Art Awards going to next year or even this year.
So this year we were fortunate enough to publish our first book, which is a collection of stories from the past winners. And the goal is to continue to do that. And that will be encouraging for the young people. Like she said, you see your story as a child published in a book. That's a big win. But the idea is to continue to drive this by getting young people to be more intentional, more imaginative, like you said, encourage them that they have to, take things to their hands in the sense that be consistent in doing this. So the idea is to continue to push it. We're proposing a young club where we can get the young writers to come in, the winners to come in and to continue to build on their skill. I was having a conversation with her father out there, and this is what we're talking about. So after the award, what comes next? What's next? So we're going to be pushing for these young people to continue to submit publications, submit stories, maybe on a quarterly basis, just to get them, motivated and to keep writing and to stay at it. It just doesn't end here.
Okay.
Keep going.
So there'll be more like putting them together in a club and helping them shape their writing skills.
Yes, like with workshops, we have like creative writing workshops where they will be engaged in there, help them to, fine-tune their prompts. I was saying to them at the awards that I encourage young people to keep journals. Like every day you go out, write something that you've seen out there on the street. Maybe before you go to bed, write down a line or two of what you've seen, what's happened today, what can I do differently? Oh, I saw a problem today. Let me think about a solution to this problem. And these are the skills these are some of the things that you do to build that skill of being imaginative, to be a problem solver, to look at situations and be able to create beyond what you see.
Interesting. Hosadem, I'm told you're a twin.
Yes.
But where's the other one?
She's outside.
She's back there.
Yes.
You want to say hi to her? You want to say hi to her?
No, I already
did. You already did?
Yes.
You already said hi to her?
Yes, I've been with her since...
You've been with her since, so you don't feel like saying hi to her. But she's watching you on television. You want to say hi to your twin?
That's the
way. Are you the kakra or you're the pain?
I'm the kakra.
You're the kakra. So Pain is watching you. Say hi to Pain.
Hi.
Is she also Hosadem?
No.
What's her name?
Hoseli.
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 Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for coming, okay? And I wish you all the best. I'll be here. I'll be looking at how, you'll be in that room and young people will be coming to write, okay? All right, thank you. But what about funding? Are you getting sponsorship?
So this year we had Samsung sponsor us. We had Sentinel Asset Management sponsor us this year. So we're appealing to people out there, young people out there, great people out there, organizations out there. Please support us. You can check us out on our website, www.bmywa.com. And get in touch, please. And be part of this great project promoting young people in our community.
Okay, so when is the next event?
Next year.
Next year?
Yes.
How can parents get their awards to be part of it?
Yes, if you go on our website, www.bmywa.com, all the information that you need is there. We have contact numbers, we have emails, you can reach out to us. We're on WhatsApp. We will come back as soon as, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So that's Mrs. Thelma Ofosu Asamoah, founder, Blooming Minds Young Writers Awards. And Hosadem Yawa Bejra is winner Blooming Minds Young Writers Award, short stories and poetry category B. I guess mom and dad are watching, right?
Yes.
You want to say hi to them?
No.
You don't? Okay, all right. So we'll end it here. We'll be back with a lot more here on the AM show. Please do stay with us. We'll be right back.
My name is Bennett Asantin Konoma, popularly known as Nana Kotokre. That is how the children call me. I am the founder of Generation Hope International School and Orphanage in Susanso. In 2015-2016, I did my own investigation and I found out that most of the children, they don't go to school. And I realized that some of them are orphans, some of them, their parents are teenagers, and then some of them, their parents are mentally challenged. So in 2017, September, I started a school. Somebody gave me his uncompleted building, 8-bedroom uncompleted building. And then I decided to start a school. So I started with the 11 children in 2017. And Before COVID, I had 36 children. The school is free. No school fees, free exercise book, free pen, everything in the school is free. And then we give the children breakfast and lunch. After COVID, the landlord collected his house. So we became disadvantaged. But by God's grace, by that time we were having our own land. So from 2021, 2022, 2023, we decided to put up our own structure on our land. And that is what is behind me. Currently, I have 137 children in the school. Aside the 137 that are in the school, 70 of the children are in the home. That stays with me morning, afternoon, evening. And those that stays in the house or in the home, I provide them every single thing, from food to shelter to clothes, everything. I am responsible for their upkeeps. And since my work is charity, I don't work. I don't have any serious financial background. My support has been coming from family members, few friends, social media, few people that have been seeing what I do. So I believe that with Joy Impact Makers Award, more people will hear about me, and it's really going to make positive impact on Generation Hope International School and Orphanage.
We were just shocked because it had not happened before for anybody with the courage to come in with excavators with the aim of coming to mine. It was unheard of.
Press conference against Akonta mining. It is so kase enyo no a na yentro ema ne nkrofo no bi krampo ebebetututu wa ha.
There was invasion. The whole world knew it. The reports were there. The investigation revealed it. The CID had all the report. Guess what happened? It was shelved. It was shelved because there was no political will.
We shouldn't rely on the kind of money that we will get in a day, and tomorrow we cannot guarantee that same money.
From farm to plate, do you really know what you're eating? Any glitch in the circuit of the food chain can change the price and size of what you eat. Technology has changed the face of farming, but how is Ghana plugging in? Join Jesse Ayram Agbakpo, Emmanuel GRIDCo on the food chain as they project startups in the agri sector, highlight the gains and plight of industry players while engaging with experts for more insights in agri-related issues. Food chain, everything agriculture and more, as during the Joy Business Report every Thursday at 1 p.m. on Joy FM and every Saturday at 6 p.m. on the Joy News channel, with a repeat on Tuesdays at 2:30 p.m.
We were just shocked because it had not happened before. For anybody with the courage to come in with excavators with the aim of coming to mine, it was unheard of.
Yeah, press conference against Akonta mining. It's in the Sokase and you know na yentro ema ne microphone bi crampo ebebetu tutu aha.
There was invasion. The whole world knew it. The reports were there. The investigation revealed it. The CID had all the report. Guess what happened? It was shelved. It was shelved because there was no political will.
We shouldn't rely on the kind of money that we will get a day, and tomorrow we cannot guarantee that same money.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Kojo, Afisha Pata. 40 years.
Yeah.
In the Amina, who producer, Kingsley. Yet to Yakumem. Yesterday, Afisha Pa, 40 years on the phone. Yakita, Payonku, for what avocado, payonku, potassium, antioxidants, folate, everything you need to sustain your years on earth. Wahade is there Nedriana Banusuno?
But you know, pears is something I love.
What do you mean? Come on, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
this is from our hearts.
Green one. Wow, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Kingsley. But Kingsley right in the one way.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, the one way.
As it's and I pay my momo 200 cedi. In there the pay years I can I'm
meeting area 200 cedis.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much because we love you so much. Happy birthday. You're such a pleasant human being. Positive energy, no negative energy. I need to buy you a clock so that your alarm can wake you up early. So we can start the show on time. But thank you so much for joining us today.
But you know, Richard Kojo is also celebrating a birthday.
Oh, your birthday, mate.
Yes.
Okay, Richard,
so
another gentleman.
Wherever you are, happy birthday to you. A fisherman's president.
Yes.
President of the World Fishermen Association. And then also Dr. Dekin Kwabena Nchisitu, leader, Business Summit Group, Christ Embassy Accra, Ghana Zone. Today is his birthday, so we're celebrating him as well, Dr. Kwabena Nchisitu.
Happy birthday. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. If you say a prayer, remember to say one for Kojo as well. He is 40 today. We pray many more years for you. My name is Emefa, Akosua-Adeti. Thank you for watching. Please stay for joining his desk.
When news breaks, there's no pause button. With fast-moving, developing stories, decisions are unfolding, and the nation is watching. This is News Desk, with a very fast and precise tone and attitude, 1 hour. The biggest stories, the clearest facts, politics, governance, security, the economy, not rumors, not speculation, but verified news.
It's clear that the people wanted to change the will of the people of Pandai, but the Supreme Court has affirmed the will of the people.
Backed by context, sharpened by analysis. Here, headlines are not enough. We go beyond the what to ask the why and the what next. Decision makers are questioned, policies are examined, and the facts are allowed to speak without fear, without favor. This is News Desk on Joy News. Independent, fearless, credible.
Well, every day decisions are made in parliaments, in the courts, in the presidency, in the market. Decisions that shape the nation. Here on The Beat, we follow with keen eyes and track the centers of power.
And also look at the recently imposed 1 cedi development levy to try and cushion consumers. But my hope is that sooner than later, this war will come to an end.
Join me for a quick, sharp, and authoritative update on decisions that matter to you.
Lawyers for Chairman Wontumi, led by Andy Apiakubi, raised a concern about the fact that the documents presented by the prosecution were not readable.
Breaking down the decisions, explaining the impact, connecting the dots. The Beat, weekdays at 5 p.m., 60 minutes, 4 power centers with reporters on the beat. Feel the beat. Test the pulse of power only on Joy News.